Greetings.
Happy Friday.
Pull the chat up. Okay. We are here. Y'all are here.
Let's see.
Did this week go by fast?
Using Scotty's tissues to add a comforting touch.
Yes, it definitely did go by fast. Very fast. Okay.
Yay.
All right, let me see. Oh, good.
Sybil
June
Jeremy
25th.
said hi.
All right. Let's
Carolina
see.
Hidalgo? Is that a new name? Are you new?
That sounds new. July Alba said hi.
Alicia Baker,
Hey,
Evelyn
hey.
Rodriguez, Crystal
Hi.
Garcia, Bernadette Johnson, Tiara Sneed, Sean Michelle, Casey Baker, Shai Williams, Barbarella, Kim, Kia Lammy, Motiqua H.
All right. All right. Angela Marcinkovich. Oh, she still talks to somebody else.
Yeah.
All right.
Erica Fleming, 1922, Misty Blue, Sheila Wright.
All right.
Yes, new to the live. Hi, welcome.
Welcome. Hey, that time this week. You did, not us.
Cool. Yeah, you're on time. We're late.
Okay. Dennis, I see. I see Samantha.
Sherry B. Hi, Sherry.
Melanie McKenzie.
Did we say? Did we freeze?
Alexis Bell.
We unfroze. Cool.
I don't see us freezing. You see us?
We froze for a second.
Did
Let me
we?
get it away
Okay.
from this window. Hold on. Okay, I found a couple weeks ago that when I moved it that way,
Oh, really?
it like, I don't know,
Unfroze?
something about this area over here. So the
Okay.
closer it is over here, the more it acts funny. Money.
Okay. Let's see. CCJ, Deborah Bonner, Kat, Alexis Bell. All right, let's see. Alicia, let's
I lost
see.
who we were.
All right, let's see.
Alicia.
Ramnerine.
Melanie.
79 Raina. All right, I'm right here.
Samantha. Ruth Dennis.
Okay.
Are we in the same place?
No, I already read those.
Oh, okay.
No, that's okay. You know, I
Well,
love
okay.
these.
I'm going to the bottom because they're all coming
Okay.
through. You guys are on early tonight. This is true. This is true.
This is shameful because we are so not on early.
Always late, never bothered. Never bothered.
I would say ish.
Can't be bothered in
Can't be
2019.
bothered.
How is everybody
Okay.
doing? How's everybody?
What's new?
Yeah, what's new?
Okay. Sarah 15. Hey, Tay and Lori.
What's everybody wearing tonight? Talk about what you're wearing tonight. You had a cute little wash you go going on earlier, but
And then you guys know I always have to do.
you always have to
Never
overdo.
stop.
She always has to like add oil when there's oil not needed. She has to stretch her hair when it doesn't need to
I
be
don't
stretched.
care
It was a
because-
cute, no frizz, no nothing. The next time I saw her, her hair was a puff. I'm like, what did you do? Like,
This
what
is
did
the
you do?
remainder of the puff, but hey, it's natural hair and we don't care and we just go with it, right? We just slap
Right.
on something, some
But it was literally
some adornment.
like a tight wash. You go no frizz, curl definition.
Mhm.
And the next time I saw you, your hair was a puff of frizz. And I'm like, what did you do? Because your hair is short, so
Yeah.
you can't like manipulate it a lot because
I
your
know.
curl pattern will come like right
Well,
out.
see, like I probably would have had time to work it, but because I started this whole project like around 7:30ish later, I just didn't have time. So then I started spraying botanicals, trying to bring it back to life, and I couldn't touch it right away. You know, my like 3 to 5 minute like little rule, and I was just trying to situate it, and then when running downstairs to try to dry it really quick, you know, try to stretch. It was just a mess. I'm just like, okay.
Next time I saw
I
you, when you
give
came
up.
into like the filming room, I was like, girl, I'm like, well, maybe if you pick it out really big, I said, and make it like that's the look. I'm like, I put some big earrings on. I'm like, I make it a look, and you were like,
I
no.
put the big earrings on,
You're like,
but
I'm
I
putting a
didn't pick
lock
it out.
sock on.
Yep, I just didn't have faith that it would do me well. It probably, I probably think it's worse than what it probably was worse like this, but nah, it's cute.
Oh no.
It stays.
Beagle Lady says she's having protein overload. What did you use? I'm so traumatized. No, not yet. I think I went into protein overload like May, June. It was like May, June, July. My hair was busted. Because it was protein overload. It took like a
So-
while to come back.
Yes, oh no.
It took a while.
But don't panic.
No panicking.
Don't panic.
Don't
What you just start
cut yet.
Just start, right, don't cut yet.
That was the first time I'm like, I'm gonna have the big chop.
Even like you like have strands hanging, like there's still hope.
Yeah, no.
There's always hope.
But your hair, like, oh my gosh, the amount of fairy knots, and I was getting fairy knots like up here, where I had to like cut strands out. It was so like, ugh.
Yes, I see naturally. Is it Quelista said wash and goes will be my new go-to this summer. Easy breezy, absolutely.
Sarah Fence, is it Fentine? We were talking in the comments on one of our videos because she was saying that you ordered something from Sally's and it said 2 days shipping, but it didn't come in 2 days. And I had literally just placed an order for Sally's too, and I had just gotten it. And I ordered because I was like, ooh, 2 days shipping. So I was like, okay, so I guess that can be read 2 ways. When I see free 2 day shipping, I'm thinking my products are gonna be in my house on my doorstep in 2 days. That's what I'm thinking.
You believe that.
But literally, I got my shipping confirmation in 2 days, and my product like 4 days later. I was like, wow.
Oh wow, look at this. Good thing, or she said, I used the MySpace deep conditioner. Didn't we just get that?
That came in the Sally's order. No, but I think Crystal, Curly Ever After, one of you guys said that had protein in it, and I did not know that, but like now I knew it, but I was still gonna use it.
Wow.
But now we know. Okay, must have some like some serious
did you just use
protein
it one day?
in it.
How long did you do it according to the directions?
Is it Puddingtane 12? So glad you reviewed melanin. Yeah, we're glad we reviewed melanin too.
Yes.
You got an even better melanin wash and go the next day when you refreshed, but you added some gel in there.
Yes, because one of our subscribers, Kid Sister, are you in the room right now? She always has fabulous wash and go ideas, and what works for her seems to always work for me. She always has these great combinations. So the first day it was really good. I think I was so afraid of it being so thick and weighing my hair down that I thinned it out so much that the next day it was still very defined, but I felt like it needed more moisture. So then I tried to refresh it. Well, I did refresh it. I just wet my whole hair all over again. I didn't co-wash and shampoo it. I just wet it, and then I put a little bit of melanin, not section by section, but kind of like chunks by chunks, like, you know, just kind of like rubbing my hands together, kind of like rubbing it through a couple of times just to make sure it's really in there, and then I topped it with Culture. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we are jerking and freezing a little bit.
are we?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I don't see that. Mine
We're
is
frozen.
fine. Are you guys?
Yours is blagging.
Oh,
We're
is
still
it?
moving in yours.
Okay.
We're frozen. Guys, are we frozen? Okay, we just unfroze. I'm trying to move it even more away from the window.
Those are Brenda.
So what Beagle Lady did, she said she left it in for 30 minutes and it says 15 minutes. Okay.
Did you think you were doing more, or you just got busy? What made you do that? And are you normally sensitive to protein?
Oh, cool. Girlfriend said she wore her carpenter vest today. She said hers is khaki. This is LoriAnne. I was like, Mom, can I wear your vest?
And then what did I say?
You said, yeah, go ahead and wear it. You were like, when you're done with it, I want to put it right back where you got it, and, you know, on a hanger, and this,
So
I don't want
saying-
it in your room, and...
I know, so I'm like, where is it? Oh, it's just laying across my bed. Well, did you find it laying across your bed? So then why would you return it laying across your bed?
Go.
Okay.
What I did in my hair today is, nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you guys anyway, is the Diva Curl, the Super Stretch Coconut Curl Elongator as a one and done. Honestly, since my haircut, the best wash and goes I've gotten have been with Diva. So I'm kind of feeling like all I want to use is Diva right now.
Okay.
And like I'm trying to re-up on my Diva products. I'm like, I want to just stick with Diva because Diva is what's really working for me day one, what I'm really feeling and liking and loving. So I'm loving this wash and go right now.
And I was in the process of testing. Should we tell them I was testing today, or should we not? I was testing
Yeah.
for the, if we had to choose, because we've often heard it compared to melanin. So what I have right now, and don't judge it because of what it looks like now, because you guys know I can do a much better wash and go.
And we have a video
And we have a video
on it. You just want to retest it.
I just want to retest it.
Yeah.
This is Carol's daughter, cocoa cream, is it?
Yeah, the Carol Daughter's Cocoa
Yeah,
Cream, the
one and
coiling
done.
butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to see if it was comparable, because to me they were so similar. And so you'll find out in the video what I think. Don't judge by tonight, because this is me.
No, it really
putting
did
in-
look like it had potential before you
Mhm,
went
it
buck
did.
wild crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what
So,
happened.
But I was curious. Anybody else curious if those two compare?
Sherry Harris, I know the Diva oil was to come out today. I know I shot a little email like, hi, because like that oil looks exciting. It kind of looks like the Weedad one, like the size of the Mangongo
Okay.
oil, but it looks good.
Let's see, some of the regulars. I see 106 Andy. I hear them saying hi to Xavier. Oh, there's Xavier there.
Did you do the protein treatment before or after you found out you were low porosity?
Winston,
Before.
Winston Peldon, that seems like a new name. Hello.
Before, because like again, like back last year we weren't paying attention to porosity. We were saying all the time like we weren't paying attention to porosity. And even right now, I don't not do protein because I have low porosity. Like I really don't think about my porosity ever.
Yeah.
You guys just told me I have low porosity. Joe told me I have low medium porosity, but I really don't think about hair products and stuff as far as porosity goes. But I just know protein does not do good in my hair.
But it doesn't matter. We give that background story when we do if we had to choose, because you guys sometimes are into porosity and you need to know new people coming onto the channel or those that are older, and you kind of always want to know what our porosity is. We always say, well, you don't know, but we do know strictly for when we do that if we had to choose, because it's important to know.
Yeah.
Okay, Ari in the room. Let's see.
Someone said, what is porosity? Isn't porosity like how much like moisture your hair can take in? Y'all start explaining porosity in the comments.
Right.
We are not porosity experts up here. The people are about to sound off in the comments. Hold tight, Dolores.
Yeah. Yes, porosity, people. Let's see what you have to say. But I do know that I'm high porosity, right? Which means my hair can hold like heavier products or something.
Okay.
Low porosity sits on top.
Xavier said if you are low porosity, things like green tea, molasses, and algae are your friend. Really? Molasses?
If you're low, he said.
If you're low porosity, that's me molasses.
Really? But what about, is molasses and honey kind of equivalent? Because I thought honey doesn't do good with low porosity. But I don't know if they're the same.
Porosity is the amount of moisture your hair can absorb.
Okay.
So if you're low porosity, does your hair high porosity easily receives moisture but easily loses it as well. So high porosity, does your hair sink when you stick it in the water?
DH, you're not alone. Somebody told us one time we were medium, and then we kind of like veered away from that terminology of being medium, because you do hear only low or high, and I kind of didn't know where to register medium because
High
no one
porosity
kind
sinks.
of relate to that. So we were told at one time, maybe before the highlights, that we were medium, but at the time we would mention it when people would ask, but you just don't hear people saying medium. What does that mean, medium?
That means like your hair is like perfect, like it takes in, it's like right there, right? Medium? Does medium kind of stay in the middle? It takes it in, but it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. Does medium like stay in the middle?
Is there such a
Guys,
thing?
I hope we're probably confusing you. We
I know.
we don't do porosity, we really don't. Some people get all in it, like we really don't. Why is
I
this?
know.
Is this because this was $3?
Do we?
Because it's kind of leaking.
It's Disney, not Disney.
It's Fizney. It's a Fizney cup, not a Disney cup.
Oh, so cute.
$3 from Primark. It's the genie from Aladdin. I bought like a whole bunch that were $3. I got so excited because Disney mugs from the Disney store are expensive.
Yes,
So when I saw this one, I was like, oh my gosh, it's $3.
Is it leaking?
I bought this one. I bought Buzz Lightyear. I bought Eeyore. I bought the cat from Alice in Wonderland. I think that's it. I think that was it. I think. And I was like, this will be cute for Friday Night Live. And so here we are, Friday Night Live, but it's leaking a little bit.
Let's see, Di Pie said, hello, ladies. Hello.
But yeah, so we're putting out a vlog on Sunday. We did a business dinner.
Yes.
It's kind of like we're in the car, like going to our business dinner. So there's like a lot of chit chat just in the car, and then like you guys have dinner with us. We set you up on a table, and like we're having dinner at the restaurant, looking crazy.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting like this in the restaurant with like the camera
We
here.
almost act like it's acting when we do vlogs, and that's why we kind of just don't do a lot, because we always think we have to entertain. But I said, when I look for vlogs, I just like people to be normal, everyday people, and just seeing them do normal, everyday things. I don't care if they take the trash out. I'm like, oh, they take the trash out like we do. So I said, what doesn't excite us about Connecticut might excite somebody else. The people who live in other states, they want to see the weather here, a little bit of dried snow on the ground. And I said, it may not excite us, but other people might say, oh, that's where MADCURLS lives. You can kind of picture where our environment is.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said, just roll the camera, and we just talked on the way to our business dinner.
Yeah. So we did a vlog. So you'll be able to see day 2 of the melanin hair care in that vlog on Sunday.
Yes.
I saw Beagle Lady ask which deep conditioner brought my protein overload back. It's the Jessie Curl. The Jessie Curl deep conditioner was the one that saved my hair, and I stayed completely away from products that had protein in it until my hair recovered.
And it was kind of like you overdid it. You know, you put it in for 2 days. No fault of your own, because we ran out of power, and we just felt like we were doing something good for our hair. We couldn't really shower or anything, so we're like, well, let's just put conditioner in our hair. But little did we know that you really kind of have to follow these things according to direction.
Yeah, Emily Grace was interested in our backdrop. She wanted to know where we got our backdrops at, and I said it's just fabric from Walmart. It's literally fabric from Walmart. I went to Home Depot and got like some plumbing pipes and like set up a backdrop and bought some clips, and we buy fabric, you know, we had them cut it to the size of the backdrop holder, and we just clip it up, and we have like a huge box. I would say we have like over 30 backdrops.
Oh,
it's just
every bit of that.
like the spectrum of the rainbow of every color,
it's like
red, blue, orange.
And we're so specific, like
yellow.
Orange is not just orange. We might have 2 or 3 shades of orange.
Bright orange, light orange,
Yeah.
rust orange. Like,
2 or 3 shades of red, 2 or 3 shades of yellow. So we kind of like really try to nail those colors. You guys said that we nailed that melanin video the other day.
Yeah, because like whenever we have an idea, we have to lay out a few. So for the melanin, we had that black and white stripe. We had black. We didn't have black because you guys say you can't see our hair on black. We had the black and white. We had kind of like the color of the lid of the melanin, and then we had white, and we were kind of like looking, what should we do? And then we both agreed on the black and white, but that's how we do. We like lay out our backdrops.
And then you had to match my church sweater.
Yeah, you came out, you were like, this is what I'm wearing. I'm like, I don't know why you're like dragging all them church sweaters out all of a sudden. I don't know what that's about.
That color nailed it though, right? It nailed it.
It nailed it.
Why wouldn't I drag it out?
It nailed it.
Bleached hair is always high porosity. Okay. Well, mine definitely is now, but I think mine was even before it was bleached.
Yeah, I think I definitely have a mixture.
You know what? But no, I can't say even before it was bleached, because it's always kind of sort of bleach. It's always pieces of bleach in there.
Yeah, I'm totally growing my highlights out though. They're well on their way. I can see like on camera, like the top of my head. It's just all dark.
Oh yeah, they are definitely well on their way.
They are coming down, but I'm growing my color out. Tofu on toast, you make me want bangs again. I know my older brother came in tonight, Spencer, and he was like, your bangs are like permanently there. He's like, they're still here. He was like, I thought it was like a style the other day when I saw you. He was like, but they're still there on your head. I'm like, it was cut that way. Like,
intentional.
they're gonna be here for a while. He was like, oh.
Somebody just plopped a mop on your head.
Yeah, he said it's like someone just took a mop, like them old-fashioned mops. Like, he's like, someone just took it and just stuck it on my head. And so my head looked like a mop, apparently. Whatever. What'd say? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And you behold lots of beauty.
Lots
there.
of it.
Okay.
Someone said, what store again? J. Crew? Yeah, your sweaters were from J. Crew.
J. Crew, and I've been collecting them, so to speak, for 10 years. And so I haven't done it in a while, but it's just like, when was the last time I bought them? Maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, but I just saw them in the closet and they had tags on them. I'm like, I have to put these to use. So I took them out, and I liked the look in that Alikay video. I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I was determined to bring it out again.
Mop heads are cute. Sybil Jeremy, that's a good question. What is a good beginner curly hair product brand? I have no idea why, but Cantu just popped into my head right away.
That one didn't pop into mine.
I know it wouldn't, girl. I'm thinking Cantu because it's affordable and like you're just beginning the journey.
I would
why
say,
go high and like you don't like the stuff and you waste so much money and bless it. Like I would go so what's a Shea Moisture?
I would say Jane Carter Curls to Go, because it's like a complete collection. It has the co-wash, it has the leave-in, it has the styler, the curl cocktail. So like you do leave in the curl cocktail. I mean, it's just
Xavier, not your mother's. Really?
Really?
Not your mother's?
I think that takes some test. Like you kind of have to know.
The only thing is that Curls line, and a few of the products was kind of dry. Like if you didn't like add some oil with them, so like I don't want anything like confusing. I feel like the Not Your Mother's has a lot going on. All the different color shampoos and conditioners. Like I feel like stick to stuff that's like a natural hair brand that you know is a natural hair brand before you start like dibbling and dabbling in like Aussie and Not Your Mother and Pantene and stuff.
I think if you're not familiar with brands and how they kind of work, you could find yourself just buying things not knowing, almost like the way you did African Pride, where we didn't realize you saw the red lids and then you were grabbing things from the red lids and then you were grabbing things from the green lids. We knew that there was a difference, but we didn't really know that certain like things stick together. So like you should have gotten like the co-wash and the style and all that from like the Shape collection, and then they had the olive oil collection, and it just becomes overwhelming. Not your mother's, unless you were like an experienced curly and you know how to mix and match and kind of like mix it up.
Yeah.
It can be confusing.
But for simplicity, that was a great one. The Jane Carter Curls to Go.
I think so.
That's a great like simplistic line.
Yes.
Even Shea Moisture can be a little bit overwhelming because they have a ton of lines going on. But if you're looking at Shea Moisture, I would say look at obviously the coconut and hibiscus and the Jamaican black castor oil. I feel like those two are pretty universal. Like people love those ones.
And I think Jane Carter kind of like caters to different hair types. I heard since like we had gotten that it was like really for type 4s, even though I don't get into the typing, but I'm just saying. So don't think it's like just for type 3. It was designed, I think, for type 4. And I think it's just very easy. I was going to say As I Am, because that's kind of like where we kind of started.
People are saying As I Am in
oh,
the
really?
comments.
I was going to say that, but then I felt like since we've been doing it, they have the curly gel, then they have the coily gel, and then they have the straight gel. And I remember buying the straight gel when I was brand new, not realizing.
No, the smoothing gel.
The smoothing gel.
The smoothing gel.
I'm like, what's the smoothing gel and what's the curly gel? Now I see the coily gel, and that becomes, it's too many options.
Right.
Whereas Jane Carter gives you no options. She designs this whole thing.
The Curls to Go line is so simplistic.
It
Even
is.
her yellow line, there's a lot going on.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That Curls to Go line was good. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Living Doll, Shea Moisture is huge. Which Shea Moisture is trash? Are you going by their philosophy and how they switched up, or because the whole line is so encompassing, just to kind of like say the whole line is trash? What about Shea Moisture is trash? Which line in particular? Not my head either. What else? I mean, we have a gazillion lines. What else would be great for?
I mean, we have a gazillion lines, and some of them are good, but like, would I recommend them to a beginner? Like, I mean, for me, Diva works. Even though Diva's like high end, but Diva to me is simplistic.
Yeah.
Because they break it down. You know, there's the Delight, there's the Original, there's the Super Curly, depending on you know your curl type or whatever. But then there's stylers in that line, so it just depends on like the styler that you want. I think Diva's pretty simple. Like I always use my one condition.
Diva was simple when we first started, I think. Since then,
that's what we use.
Since then, they started on with the different kind of gels. Even though then they did have those, but I think they might have added 1 or 2 different strengths since then. I know they had the Be Leave-In.
Diva always flakes. Wisdom Bet, Diva always flakes in my hair, and Jessie Ann said Diva doesn't work for me. What's wrong with Diva? Which Diva is good for type 3? Diva Original. You have type 3 though, but you love Diva Decadence.
I do.
To me, Diva Decadence is too much. It's it doesn't have coconut oil.
Maybe because my hair,
in it, but it's heavier. It's heavier.
Yeah, maybe because my hair is high porosity, it definitely just like sucks it in, and it doesn't weigh my hair down. I really like it a lot.
Someone said dries their hair out.
Diva.
Not enough water is why it flakes. Yeah, that can be the case for a lot of products. Like the Trey Lux one, my hair was not wet enough. Uncle Funky's, your hair will flake with that curly magic if your hair's not wet enough. CCJ, I don't like the Decadence line either.
Really? Okay. I would say certain like gel, like we always kind of like recommend Uncle Funky's, but when you're brand new, the sticking point right here was that she was a new natural. Then I try to give you a line that's very simple to follow. But I could say, well, I like Uncle Funky's gel, and I like, As I Am, this and that. It's just too many different things to buy, and I think I like the complete set of Curls to Go, the simplicity of that. Yeah. Oh, wait, Jan has a loss. What's family?
Oh, Ari has a loss. Wait, hold on. People are putting losses in the.
Okay.
What's going on? Can you scroll back through?
Trying to see. We had losses this week.
Jan's great grandmother passed away.
Oh, Jan, we're so sorry.
And Ari said that her uncle passed away.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. Loss is so difficult.
We just had a loss.
We had a loss.
But, like, 2 weeks ago-ish.
What was 2 weeks? Yeah.
Roughly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The aunt that we always tell you guys about, remember the kayak, the canoe, and LoriAnne. What else would they know the aunt for? You know, we talk kindly tonight about the aunt. We always have, so you guys would know her by our stories that we always
The
tell.
one, I think the one with the raft though is the way they know the aunt.
The raft?
Yeah.
That's like the kayak.
Yeah, the kayak. Yeah,
LoriAnne.
where
She put it in the store. She's gonna sell it and then give us the money, and we're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
I guess we won't get it now.
That aunt.
No, but you know, but to make it lighthearted. But yeah, no, she passed away, but her whole entire life she had a very bad heart. She was born with like congenital heart disease, I guess it would be, as a baby, and she wasn't supposed to live until only up until 5, and she died 71 or 72.
One of those.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ladies and girls, sorry for your losses.
We're sorry for everybody's losses or anybody who's going through stuff. We know
Yeah.
you have like friends on Facebook who's like MADCURLS and that, like, so we get like insight more into like some of you guys' lives, and like a lot of you guys are dealing with, you know, heavy stuff too. So
Yeah.
hopefully, you know, we're praying for you guys. We know you guys are praying for us. And
Yeah.
we're prayers on the MADCURLS fam. Everybody's always praying for everybody up here. Lots of prayer.
Ina Day is in the room now.
All right. Let's see. Why does Diva make my hair feel like straw? I don't know. So Diva's hit or miss up in here. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Alright. I think it was a cute little beginner line, you know, but look, I always say when you know better, you do better. So those were our only options back then. I don't know why Diva popped into our mind at the time, but it worked for me for quite a while.
Well, we keep getting asked this question. Will MADCURLS try rice water? No, probably
Yes,
not.
I will, because I have a bottle upstairs of follicular rice water from Botanicals.
I thought I was getting ready to speak for both of us. Like, no,
but
we're not doing
I can
that.
speak for myself.
Girl, okay, well, I won't be doing it because of like the protein issue.
I
Like,
wanted,
no,
remember
wow.
the other day,
Ooh,
I
okay.
said I wanted to do it because we were trying to think of what to film. And we just had too much leisure time. And I'm like, why don't we just do that? And then you're like, you didn't want to do it. No, we're not doing it. She said, because you didn't want to do it because of the protein. But
Do
I
what?
do have it.
The rice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
bought
wanted
it.
to dedicate a whole video to Soul
That was
Botanicals.
a lot of yarn. And I just said that you were not going to go through because the bottle's not that big.
Girl, I didn't want to.
Okay, and so just in case you did, I said I bought it for my own using pleasure, and maybe you could have done something else. But I haven't used it yet. I bought it. When did we buy that? When did I buy it? It was her birthday thing. It was Botanical. What's her name?
Io.
Sorry guys, memory. All right, Io's birthday, and it was a 40% off sale, and I got it that time and loaded up on my. Well, not loaded, just got one more Afrotastic. I had to replace that.
Serafentine. Diva Curl is not overrated. Like, for me, it's like a go-to line that I know works. Like, I'm not always reaching for it, but when I do reach for it, like, I know it works. Like, I don't think Diva's overrated. I think Diva's like OG, because they've been around for a while, so I kind of think Diva's OG in my opinion. Now, some people might think, you know, but Diva's busted. But
I
to
think
me,
it's hit or miss.
Diva's OG. Like,
It's OG. I think they try to fix what was not broken, and they had some hit or misses. So we'll see, you know, about this oil. The original line was good. I like the Decadence better, but I don't necessarily like that. Was not the first line that came to my mind.
okay.
And I think that isn't it.
Well,
like,
I've been going crazy for Diva lately with my
Yeah.
haircut. It's the only thing that works. Like,
but
I'm
you
loving my wash and go
you
today.
you always have the ends curl.
They
like,
do.
differently.
My Diva wash and goes always look a certain way. My curls just are like chunkier and they clump. No matter what I use with Diva, it's always that same curl. So I'm like, you know, I know like what a Diva wash and go is going to look like.
A lot
So
of yarn.
I just
Yes.
love Diva. Slap me
Casey
up.
Baker makes me a nervous wreck because it's just like it's gonna go through a lot of my products. So
Well, you don't have a lot of hair, but you are heavy-handed like you do, so you make me nervous when you grab my favorite products. So
I
I'm like,
know.
you really like
Yeah.
slather it on.
Well, I have every right to, because when they come in, when they come in the door, 2 boxes, because now brands realize that there's 2 of us. Initially, when we first got on the channel, they'd always send one busted box, and I'm like, what can we do with that? You know, I'm like, there's 2 of us on the channel. We're both giving our opinion. Can we each have our own products, please?
Yeah, Xavier,
And so,
go ahead, girl.
and so that's what we do. So no, so I'm not heavy-handed. I have every right to, since you hoard them.
You're heavy-handed. Diva, Xavier, that's a good question because he said, are you using Diva One and Done? Are you using Diva One? Are you asking, do we use Diva Gel as a one and done? Yes. We just figured out we could do that.
Yes.
But then Xavier asked, why
used it
are
yet.
we why am I excited, I guess, about the Diva oil and not all the As I Am oils? That is a great question. I don't know. I don't know how our mind works and why some things we're like, oh my gosh, and a company could be doing the same thing and we're not jumping out the window. Like, As I Am laid out that whole line of oils, but I wasn't like, let me go get them oils.
I always think
Like,
you can't
I
get
don't
into
know.
LoriAnne's mind because you guys know that I'm very persnickety, and I don't know why I choose the things I do, say the things I say, why I gravitate towards things. You know, packaging is a major thing with me. Now, the Camille Rose oils, definitely, I would have gravitated more towards because I like the little matching sets. You went off and bought the conditioners the other day, but you didn't buy the oils, and when I heard that, I was just like, oh no, not really. But do we need another oil in the house? Like
The Diva one, yes. Maybe because Diva's not known for oils. Like, As I Am, to me, like, Diva's not a black hairline, right? I don't know. When I think, I'm just gonna say what I think in my head, my process. When I think of As I Am, I think of African American hair care, oils, butters, oils. When I think of Diva, I don't think of that. Even though they do, it's a curly hairline. They have stuffer, kinky hair, curly, and wavy hair. But I don't think African American hair care. So when I see that they have an oil, I'm like, ooh, this is something different. Like, that's just what I'm thinking.
Supposed to be comprised of?
Oils.
I know what kind. Like, is it coconut oil?
I don't know. I think it said multi blend on it.
Okay, so what's in it? And does anybody know what the ingredients are? What kind of oils? Hi, Kara Johnson. Hi, MADCURLS.
DH, you say that all the time. Price is relative to. That coin doesn't bother me. So D's like.
Yeah, it depends. Like, I will
Diva,
pay.
that's nothing for her. For DH, she said price is relative. That coin don't bother her. Diva's price.
Wait,
which is what you say.
Yeah, it depends. No,
She
Weed
said
Ad's
price is
prices.
relative.
To me, Weed Ad, is it just me or is it just like a notch above, in my opinion, like as far as high-end brands? You know, like for instance, like in department stores, like Macy's might be an B store, depending on the town or the state it's in, the city it's in, it could be a D store. But like a Nordstrom's, you know, it's kind of like an A store. Neiman Marcus is an A plus store, you know, kind of like that. So I'm thinking Diva's there, but I think Weed Ad ekes it out slightly, and I don't know why. I don't know why I think that.
I agree.
Because they're kind of like
but
equivalent.
if I had to choose, I'd be a Diva girl. Although I love my Weed Ad wash and goes when I do them, but I just trust Diva more. Like, I trust all the cleansers, all the stylers, everything from Diva. Although I love Weed Ad, but if I had to choose between two, this or that,
I think the price
I'm going with Diva.
The price wise, I saw in Target the other day. Not that Target, like if I was gonna get Diva, I'm gonna get the whole Diva experience. I'm going to go get it at a salon, preferably Diva Sean. But anyway, I can't do that. But I would not. I don't think I would get it at Target. I don't know. Maybe because you
Diva?
guys,
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, maybe because you guys one time said they're fake in Target, and I don't know, so I shouldn't spread that. But I wouldn't get it. If I'm gonna buy Diva, I'm gonna get the whole experience. And I'm gonna get like by a registered store that would the registered sell it or whatever they are, licensed to sell it. And maybe Target is, I don't know, but I don't picture buying Diva at Target for some reason. Target's like a fun store to buy the textured hair. You know, they finally got everything in, all the lines. I go there for my Camille Rose, my Carol's Daughter, all of that fun stuff. Diva, I wouldn't buy it at Target.
I'm not saying it's fake or it's not fake, but I agree with you. I'm only buying probably Diva from Ulta or Sephora.
But they don't have fake prices. I saw that
They
bottle.
sure don't.
It was $21.99. So
Price
I
is
can't
not
even
fake.
say why Weed Ad in my mind stands out because Weed Ad shampoos I can get for like $18.
actually has.
So I don't know why I think Diva is slightly beneath that because I saw $21.99 the other day at Target.
We got an email for a company that wanted to collab with us, and it's more of like a website. They sell natural hair products for like cheap, but it was way too cheap. Excuse me. They had a whole section of Diva selling stuff for like $3-4. I'm like, our followers would not be going for
You guys
this.
would never go for that.
'Cause
And
I
wouldn't
would
wanna
look
put my
at it
name
like,
to that.
This gotta be fake stuff. Like,
Yeah.
they'd have like something for like $50 and have a slash through it, and it would say like $3.99. I'm like, no, I don't know what this is.
That's going too far. To me, we try brands and that's what we do, but I'm not going to buy, like, I'm not going to do like reproductions or like rip-offs of other brands. I just feel like that's just kind of cheesy, so I wouldn't do that. We definitely review brands and we definitely compare brands and we give our very strong opinions about things, but to go off and buy now these like reproductions or fakes, same packaging, bottle, everything, and it's just kind of like taking money out of the real brand's hands that they've worked hard on these products. So
Yeah, no.
Do that.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
Emily Grace, if you go to the search bar and type in MADCURLS IGK, we have videos of IGK on this channel. We've tried, Emily Grace said try the IGK brand.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
we love IGK. It's definitely luxury. It's very cute love packaging, as if it has anything to do with anything, but I do. And it's just like a specialty thing. It just has cute things. My favorite thing that I remember was that exfoliating shampoo.
Oh yeah, the scalp scrub.
Yeah, it had like those great big chunks of walnut, but when you put it in your hair, it just kind of like melts away. You would think it'd get all stuck in your hair like sand, but it didn't. It actually melted away. They knew how to do an exfoliating shampoo.
Can we talk about oils and scalps really quick? Because we've picked up the habit of like putting oils in our scalp and just using more oils, period. And we've both been noticing our scalps have been itchy, and for me, my scalp's been dry. So no matter what I use, by the time wash day comes around, like I have flakes in my scalp. And I actually just recently bought the As I Am, what is it, that blue line for like the scalp or whatever, and I bought the co-wash because based on the reviews on Sally, that was like just the best thing to get, so I got that. And I liked it. I used it today. I liked it. But oils to me are supposed to, like, you know, why is our scalp itching? Like,
I don't know.
What is
Maybe
that about?
we just have really done that this winter. We haven't done it before, and we're like leaving it in. I don't know.
I'm pre-pooing every wash day with
the
oil.
Itch starts right here and it's driving
Do you
me crazy.
sleep with it? No. We did one time,
yes.
and after that, no, we did not, because our scalp was like going crazy. So
But
we don't sleep with it.
I used to take on the coconut oil. Before I think I big chopped, and never had a problem with it. So I don't know what this is about, but my head is not taking it. Oh my God, I'm just constantly, I just hate that look of just constantly scratching my scalp.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Someone said, what oils? I'm alternating between right now the melanin oil and the meech oil. And I only do that when I pre-poo. And then I rinse it out. But still, like, I'll style. But like my scalp still feels like funky. And I'm wondering because like we wash our hair, I would say at least twice a week. So that's twice a week, I'm putting oil on my hair, twice more than I have been basically my whole natural hair journey. Like I really didn't put oils in my hair like that. But now I'm definitely noticing kind of like an issue.
Tofu on Toast said, can you try a leave-in with a mousse on the new haircuts? I did when I did the Alikay line, that lemon line. I put the leave-in, the lemongrass leave-in, and then I put the mousse on top.
To clarify. What clarifying shampoo do you guys recommend?
Oh wow, that is like my
take it away.
That's
girl.
my genre. I love clarifying shampoos. Actually, Weedad, the superfruit one, I thought they discontinued it. You guys agreed they did, and then I think 106 Andy one time found it in New York, and that kind of like gave us some hope. I think they just simply changed the packaging. To me, that is a very good one. But if you don't want to do the Weedad one, I've tried just about every single one from every single brand. I love is it known as the black soap one by Alikay? Absolutely love that one. And then Sotanicals makes it, and we got that I think at Christmas time. They sent it to us. So it's the black soap one, and then Sotanicals has an apple cider vinegar one. And to me, they are very equal, very equivalent. If I had to choose, you'll see. You'll see in the video. But the Sotanicals one is more like a serum, and the black soap one by Alikay, I just love it. It's just very, very watery, and I just love the experience. And my hair is so moisturized.
Yeah, you totally rave about that one.
I love that. I use it every wash day.
So Amanda said, don't pre-poo every wash day unless you plan to clarify every wash day. So I definitely don't clarify. Yeah, with the shampoo, with the oil, so like I'll get in the shower after pre-pooing, and then I'll either shampoo and condition regularly, or sometimes I'll co-wash.
My glass piece. Hold on.
Sometimes I'll co-wash. So maybe build up.
I would think that would be an extraordinary like rinse out. Like you spend the time putting in oils, and then you got to take it right out with a great big old clarifying shampoo. To me, it's just.
But maybe the benefit is just to help you detangle, because I barely lose any hair.
You get the benefit of the oil if you clarify, take it out like that much. What's clarifying is to take all products out.
I don't like, you can Barbarella, sorry, not somebody, looking right at the name. Barbarella said you can pre-poo with conditioner. I don't like pre-pooing with conditioner or like my hair like soaking wet because I feel like my hair like breaks off, like I lose hair. So I just like prefer an oil. I don't like pre-pooing with like conditioners or anything like really like wet like that.
See, Genesis Ferreira said I have the Suave clarifying shampoo. I've never tried that one yet, but I've tried Moroccan oil clarifying shampoo. I've tried, oh my God, I go way back to Neutrogena. Who buys Neutrogena anymore? That used to be in the drugstore.
Oh my gosh,
that was so clear. It was,
we stripped
that was when my hair was relaxed. I mean, my hair was like hay. And
we would strip it out. Remember Prel?
Yeah, oh gosh.
We used to have Prel.
What other ones? Then Camille Rose has clarifying shampoo. I think in the new lavender line they have a new one, but they used to have a cute one called Clean Rinse, and it was clear, and I was obsessed with getting that, and I did. And As I Am has kind of like 3 different stages. They have their coconut co-wash in the jar, and then they have a clarifying one that is like your typical clarifying. Then they have like a pudding, which is like the midway range, and then they have, I think, the co-wash. So like 3 different levels, but they do have a clarifying one.
So Melanie McKenzie said hot oil treatments have to be shampooed out, but use a moisturizing shampoo to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what Joe was saying. He was like, how are you getting that oil out of your hair? Like,
Yeah.
don't just let oil just sit on your hair like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Are you ladies going to try the new clay line from Cream of Nature?
I heard about that.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it.
What about the main choice, that new one? Is that considered a clarifying one? Xavier? he's the
main choice.
The main choice king in the room.
I don't think that was. I don't know.
I don't know.
Tay, also use a clay max to detox and clarify. He said yes.
Okay, yeah.
Money. Swab. Ocean breeze makes me break out in hives.
What is this?
All right. I had like, I talked about this a couple weeks ago, like massive breakouts all over my face for I have no idea what. I had one big one on my forehead, and I'm thinking because those are from my bangs now, but they're all starting to like go away, so they're all kind of just
getting used to it.
Yeah, they're kind of scarring right now, but I don't know what that was. You never know if it's products. You just start guessing, like, what have I done differently? What's different here?
Lee Butler, I feel the same way. I have very strong opinions about pre-poos. To me, I say it's the waste of my money and my time, because when you have product in your hair and you want to get it out, like, just let's get down to business. Let's start adding more layers of product just to have to shampoo it all out. The idea of it, I said, if only people would realize that it's just simply a conditioner with slip. This whole idea of this pre-poo, to me, just my opinion.
Well, that's when people put pre-poos. Oh, so you mean like for example, the main choice, it has a pre-poo. You think you could just get a conditioner and do the same thing? You don't need an actual product that says pre-poo?
No. But then who am I? Because
great question.
Don't want answers. But then, back in the day, maybe I would have felt that way. I didn't have a chance to, because once I became natural, it was kind of pretty much ensconced in the natural community. Co-washes. I would have been like, a co-wash? That's just a conditioner. So maybe my pre-poo idea is just antiquated. I don't know. But to me, I'm not spending my money when I can take it and spend it on something else.
To me, pre-pooing saves my hair from breaking off. In the shower, when my hair is soaking wet and I'm detangling with a conditioner, my hair is at its weakest point. I feel like I lose more hair in the shower trying to detangle than when I detangle with my hair damp with some oil. I had like, today was day 4 hair, I lost like that much hair. I lost like nothing.
Couldn't you just spritz your hair out the shower and get it wet and then just pre-poo with a very good conditioner? I picked up...
Well, why not an oil?
You guys know I was obsessed with the Alikay black soap, and I have been. But the other day I was like, oh, let me revisit my little Trim Restore. Oh my gosh. Where have I been? I've missed it. It's just beautiful. Love it again. Love it all over again. Been using it.
What are you loving?
The Trim Restore, the Camille Rose Naturals Trim Restore. That was like always on the tip of my tongue, and I haven't mentioned it in a while because I was like so obsessed with Alikay, and still totally am. It took some to kind of like move away from that for a minute because I saw my Trim Restore, and we are finding, guys, that our products, I don't know, like all of a sudden, you would think that the winter would preserve them. we are finding that these products are going bad. Oh my gosh. Like these smells and the colors and everything, like they're going bad.
I was
So,
like, oh my gosh, like,
and I know I have a lot of creme restore and I cannot picture that going bad. So I said, let me start using these things. I can always get like Alikay in the present tense, but I have plenty of creme restore that I need to kind of like go through.
you know, I was saying to you, I was like, we need to like move these products out of here somehow, like quicker. I was like, it's gonna be so tragic if we have to throw. We have a lot of unused products, like, and we're just gonna throw them away because they're gonna go bad. I'm like, that's gonna be so depressing. Like, what are we gonna do? Beagle Lady, I've been loving the Nature's Little Secret oil for pre-pooing. You love that oil. I don't like the way it smells. I love the size of it though. Don't really care for the smell. I have to pre-poo with things that smell pleasant.
Oh,
You know.
thank you, Pond Deck. You weren't here when we first came on of why I'm looking the way that I'm looking, but I just made the best of a bad situation.
Crystal Garcia, facts. The Meach oil is bomb.com. It is.
Okay. I haven't tried the Meach oil, but I love the Meach protein conditioner. I love that stuff. I tried the moisturizing one the other day, but I love protein, so that's why I love the protein one.
Is it more the natural or smaller brands that are going bad, or brands you bought from the ground, Target, etc.?
But I would think
Both,
both.
but like one that finally went bad was the Be Made True, the True Naturals we bought
gosh.
last year, and we
Yeah.
kept saying, yeah, we'll do a video. We never opened them, never used them.
No.
I twisted off the cap of like the leave-in or something, and it smelled like sour milk. It smelled so
Yeah.
bad. I was like,
I
wow.
mean, it was still, you know, it had like the yellow product inside, and then the little labels like turquoise bluish, and it just sat there and sat there. It was like a, as we call it, a pulse shop,
Yep,
which is
we
our
just
little
bought it.
our little fun
Had to
word
have
for
it.
impulse shop. So we got that. Never used it. You guys kept telling us to do it, but we only have 2 heads, which I guess would be more than another channel. So we do have 2 heads to work with, but there's just so many.
We just
days
didn't
in a
get to
week.
it. Yeah. It just sat on the shelf, and when I pulled it down the other day and sniffed it, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So, then that left another layer of, oh my gosh, just when we thought we could like unload this stuff now, like we're gonna have to open up things to see if it smells bad before we start like shipping it out, and it's just, then it's not like, then I would consider it new, you know, I don't know, it's just.
Well, I would consider it new. I'd want to like crack it open before I send it to anybody, just to make sure I'm not sticking my fingers in it, but I want to know that it's still like, it's still good or whatever.
Yeah.
No, but the Diva, the super like the coconut cream or whatever, like it felt odd in my hair. Not my hair. It felt odd
Right.
in the packaging stage. So the Diva Super Stretch, the curl style that I have in my hair, it's the same jar that we used
For our video.
last July.
Ish.
Ish. So, I used it today, and to me it didn't feel the same, and so I'm like, is it going bad? And then I saw that it had a shelf life of 12 months, so it could have been me. I still went through with it because it didn't smell bad, it just kind of felt weird, and I still got to bomb wash and go, so can't be that bad. But
Yeah.
I just didn't remember it feeling like that.
I said, why don't you watch the video again to see how we kind of scooped our hands in, and did we look like we were kind of struggling, or did it look like it was weird in our hands? But I don't think you did that. And I didn't use it. Oh yes, Crystal Garcia, I saw that. So Botanicals free shipping this week.
That's the best time to shop, when it's free shipping. I need to re-up on my
let me see. Erin
CURLMIX
asked
shampoo and conditioner.
CCJ how many products you have. I said she could definitely rival our channel. She could hang up her own shingle. Okay, because she is truly a product junkie, and
Hi, Leah Shabazz.
it has to start somewhere. And we
Right.
had no knowledge when we hung up the shingle. We just had products. We just had a love for products.
But now I totally wish sometimes like we could just stick to one thing
Yeah, I do
and
kind of
just
sort
like
of.
stick to it.
Especially
and
at
call it
times
a day.
like this when we get haircuts and we want to kind of like get used to them and see what works for them, and just kind of have like the same kind of look. Every day my look is different. So, you know, but that's the price we pay for being influencers.
I'm on a buying strike. Yeah, I'm kind of on a buying strike too.
I am too.
I'm kind of over it.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. Cause like I don't know. Even like the same brands just keep putting out stuff. Like it's just like okay.
Lee Butler, we wish we had that option, but family and friends aren't natural.
I know. We were literally sitting here like racking our brains. Like we're like, why don't we have any like friends or family like in Connecticut that we can just be like, come over to the house and pick it up. That's kind of what we want.
That's
We
like
want
the
people to
easiest
just come get it, come to our house and like. Obviously, we can't open that up to the masses because that's not even safe at all.
Yeah.
To say come to our house and pick up products, like that's not safe. But I'm like, why don't we have aunts, cousins like we do, but they're not natural.
I know, because like you just don't know who's watching, who's doing this. You can't say that. I get so many kind of like crazies after a Friday Night Live on Facebook because it goes public, the YouTube, and then people that are looking for videos on a Friday night sitting home, and then they go to, how do they advertise that or promote that on YouTube? The lives. There's a section that you can go to for live videos, and because I've seen it from time to time, where you can just like go to the live section and just click on whatever. I've seen people talking about all kinds of subjects. So if maybe somebody's looking for live videos, and they'll go there, and then there we are, okay, in all our glory, vulnerable, and so I get a lot of nuts. After and you know what, you can tell it's a nut because it's one picture. The other day, I think, and I always can tell they listen to live because I think last week I was talking about children and the dog. Remember what we said we wanted to buy a dog? Okay, the person was posing with a dog, and the cover photo, he had 3 kids, and that was it. He had hung his shingle up on Facebook that day. I said, oh my gosh.
Girl, you always get weird friend requests.
I do, and they're always from Syria. Always from Syria, and they're always doctors. And they're not because they say they're a medical surgeon. Who, like, they don't say if you're a doctor, you're a doctor. Who says a medical surgeon?
They said they're like a surgeon doctor.
Yes, surgeon doctor. I'm like, what the heck is a surgeon doctor?
Surgeon doctor.
Either a surgeon or you're just like a doctor. But who's it? Like, he really wants to promote like he's like this doctor. I could see me sitting up there looking like not without my daughter. Okay, I love that movie.
Looking like Sally Field.
You won't watch it with me. I love
because that
movie.
movie's traumatic for me.
It's not. I love
That's not
that
something
movie.
I want to sit up there and watch. It's like terrifying.
Guys, how I always watch those kinds of movies.
Crystal Garcia, yes, says prayers to the families affected in New Zealand. That was sick.
Wisdom is better.
Sick.
Love that movie. See? Just a doctor of what, right? You said he's a surgeon. He's a surgeon.
He's a surgeon doctor.
What?
Surgeon
Is he
doctor.
an oral surgeon with 2 feet? Is he a foot surgeon? I mean, there's got to be a specific kind of a surgeon. General surgeon? And then they always have the white coat, okay? A rocket surgeon? Yes, Ari, I try to be. But anybody that has curly hair, I always feel like, even though if I don't see their name, if I don't recognize their name on live, I'm like, they probably came, especially if they come Friday night, Saturday-ish. I'm like, I always say, everybody's welcome on my Facebook page. And so when I start seeing people with curly hair, I'm like, oh, they probably heard me say that. Why not? Why not?
Why not? Guys, it was 65 degrees in Connecticut where we were today. I was so excited. We were riding with the windows down.
Yep.
I was so thrilled. It was amazing. And like the snow was like basically melting. And let's
Hey, Carrie Wheeler.
in New Zealand, a man went into a mosque and killed 49 people.
Yeah.
Sick. And he recorded it Facebook Live. I believe it was Facebook Live. So you could see it. Even though I think the internet's working hard to take the video down, but in some places you can still see it, and it's just really terrible. It's terrible.
Oof.
Facebook and IG being down the other day was horrible. We thought, like, we are into conspiracy theories. Like, I thought, like, it was like a like some sort of test or something, like just to see what would happen if they, because it was really down the whole day.
Yeah.
Like a social experiment or something.
Yes.
Like I don't know. It was down the whole day.
It was kind of like supply and demand. I said maybe they just said, let me just take this away to see how everybody freaks out, and everybody really was, and me being one of them. And you started seeing it on all kinds of different sites. Some of the pages that I kind of like on Facebook, everybody had like kind of like a little meme or something about it, like the next day, and I felt horrible. I felt so bad because it was CCJ's birthday, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to wish her happy birthday.
You were bugging the whole day. You were like, it's CCJ's birthday. I can't say happy birthday on Facebook. I'm like, Mom, I was bugging because
I
we
can't
had
help it that I'm personable and and I love to do things like that.
Indeed. Like, and I was like, we just put our melanin review out, and I'm like, I can't even promote it on Instagram. I can't do
I
anything.
wasn't bothered with that. I was
We
like,
were like,
I have to reach out to the MADCURLS fam.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was really upset. I kept trying, and then when I finally got there, I saw Erica Fleming had tried too, and she said the same thing. The guy said, she goes, I've been trying all day, I've been trying. Hopefully, she said this one will work. So it was
No,
funny.
but it kind of was. I mean, like, if social media really were to shut down, this is our means of income right now. So for me, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, just better start teaching again. So I have my degree to fall back on. So I wasn't really panicked. Like, if this, like, you know, if social media were to go down and we couldn't YouTube anymore or whatever, I was like, then, you know, back to teaching I go. That's what I have my degree for.
Yeah.
But some people really, this is like their only means of income, like social media influencers, and people were like laughing and joking about it, but it's not really funny because they make their living from it. And that would be scary, but it's almost like a wake-up call, like you better have a backup plan.
You don't expect that to happen. It's almost like when you go through storms and the lights start flickering and you hold your breath and it might go out and then it comes back and you're like, oh, thank goodness. Especially after the year that it went out for, I think, like 13 days. So after that, I was traumatized. Every hurricane season and I saw the lights flicker, I really was traumatized. And so when you see this, you're like, oh, there's no way in the world that it's going to be down for long, because first of all, I've never ever seen it down. And then Instagram being down and Facebook, like, where do you go?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Twitter.
know. I don't know. People were like going to it, because that video we put out, we got like 2.7.
Yeah, our video was
views.
moving pretty fast. Like maybe
Yeah.
everybody's on YouTube.
Yeah. But yeah, that was too much.
But yeah, no, people were freaking out. Bring back MySpace. I second that motion. I loved MySpace. I love doing like all the HTML codes and everything.
God.
I love coding.
No,
So
right.
I
You
love that.
really did. Well, you learned all that in high school.
Yeah, so
Right.
like my
I would be so
MySpace was so
lost.
poppin' back when MySpace was around.
No way. I did not understand that at all. Sheena Marie said she was not bothered. She wasn't even aware that Facebook was down. I know if we were filming like we're supposed to be, we wouldn't have known either.
What day was it down? It had to be our day off, right?
Girl, we don't have days off during the week. Only on
Oh, right, it was
weekends.
during the week. Right. But I can't stand Twitter. Twitter is so funny. Twitter is the funniest app. People just say anything. CCJ, I believe it. Our first graders are coding. They're teaching kids stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
They're teaching kids harder stuff earlier.
Neither can I, Renee Taylor. I just cannot get that. First of all, I talk way too much to be able to incorporate what I have to say in one little. But you only get like 161 characters or something. I hate that. I like to have a complete
on
thought.
Twitter? Yeah.
Yeah, I like a complete thought. So I like to have my thoughts cut off like that and have to keep having the flow. I say one thing. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, Adam,
Oh my
Lord!
God.
Because everybody was home. What are you doing? Oh, are you driving?
Yeah, I'm on my
Oh my
I got
gosh!
my Kit Kat.
Ooh.
Okay, at 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah, the place is closed. I'm not gonna do it when they're open right now.
Okay, all right.
Literally, my heart is
Careful.
pounding.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with y'all?
Girl, I stood up to defend you, girl. I didn't know what was getting ready to happen.
And I was not bothered like I was last week. What did you do last week? And I kept just sitting here and do like, look at my
No,
expression.
it's thunder? Okay, I'm sorry. Woo.
I keep hearing that in
I
the
know,
background.
like, wow.
Adam, please be careful when you're out there.
It sounded like somebody was trying to open the door or something.
Yeah. It's thundering.
It's at every live. Listen,
a
haunted
house
house.
here.
Oh my gosh, we're like the
all
same
these
person.
activities.
Whew.
Okay.
That scared me. What would y'all do? Well, what could they do?
What could
Basically,
they do?
just
call
watch.
911 in Connecticut. Connecticut.
Call 911 in
Have you
Connecticut.
seen these two ladies? Their faces.
But apparently I'm about that life because I stood up. I was getting ready to face
did,
whoever was in
girl.
there.
You
I'm
did.
about it. So
Though she wasn't about that life when the bee came in last year.
I'm not about that life with insects, but I'm about that life with people. And we're in a kitchen with tools. Like, you know,
But
it
see,
wouldn't have been an
but
issue.
you see the tragicness of something like that, like live, you know, so that the thing in New Zealand really like resonates now, because to see something like that on live, that's tragic. It is really crackling and thundering. Wow.
I think that's more footsteps on the stairs.
Is it?
Hey,
Oh, it's
Oh.
Adam. He didn't leave yet?
it's monsooning out there. Make a sweatshirt.
Oh.
Why do you have to go today? Why don't you just go tomorrow?
Because I want to get it now.
You want to get it now in a thunderstorm at 9 o'clock at night?
Yes. Yeah. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Restless. Restless.
Restless. That was too much. That tripod was really sticking out of someone's gold. Right? I just
Right?
stood up. I didn't know what I was getting ready to do, or what I was getting ready to
Right?
grab, but. Ooh, that was too much.
Hey Sunshine, LoriAnne, do you recommend the Manoy Deep Conditioner from Botanicals? I have an extra aftertastic, so I'm trying to be on a no-buy, but the free shipping is calling me. The Manoy, is that the fertilizing one? I know there's like 2 different ones. I think that's the one that I just kind of got onto. I love aftertastic, but I was reading the reviews and people were like, that one was extremely moisturizing, and I did use it the other day. But maybe because my mind and the loyalist idea in my mind, can I trade it in for the Afrotastic so soon? But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Never for me, you should have been running to the knives, not the noise. I know, I was heading toward it. I wasn't even prepared with anything.
Is it that you have?
Okay. That was too much. Let me calm down.
Yeah, and like, I don't know if Lisa Powell was here for the conversation, but we were talking about our products and how they're going back. And they're going back to me quicker than they normally do, right?
I think just because we have so many, some of them we haven't checked. Like that one on the shelf, it's like a year old. So,
Okay.
like,
Yeah, because normally we would have gotten something like that and used it,
and
right?
used it,
But
and
now
we
we just
haven't.
review and then we just put it back on the shelf. So
Well, that one we
okay.
didn't even review it. We just bought it. I think we assumed because like we never opened stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have a box of stuff like that we want to give away, and then we have a box of like products that we like that are just brand new. And so we kind of have to go through now both to see what's going bad and what isn't, which is highly depressing. Thank you, Leah Butler.
Who looks like a head full of curly fries? Right.
Poker. Oh, Bernadette Johnson, that's a mess. Even though it's not new, it's just all coming out into the light. I guess people are talking about it, but it says, what about the parent paying for their kids to get into college? That's been happening for years. People with money, like paying big lump sums, donating. And
I
their
like the way
kids
they're
are getting
handling
into
it.
the
They are not playing. They're not letting them turn themselves in. They are going to the house, the lights are flashing. I was watching Wendy Williams this morning. She's like, they are not having it. I think one of them, was it Felicity Huffman is her name? Okay, she said she would turn herself in like the next morning. Nope. They showed up at the door, guns out, okay, lights flashing. They put her in the back, handcuffed her, put her in the back, woo, woo, woo. Like, how embarrassing, like her neighbors.
Is that serious?
It's that serious. They were not playing.
Yeah, no, they're not.
The
They're putting
kids.
everybody's name out there. I was reading People's today,
yeah.
and they had like the list of people's names, their jobs, what they did, like.
As a parent, I can definitely see what they're doing, and I can kind of like respect the fact that they're protecting their kids. But as close as me and you are, and they're of age, they're adults. Are you kidding? You know those kids knew about that. So they're like saying that their kids didn't know. Of course
Well, their
they
parents
knew.
are probably saying they don't want their kids to go up the river too,
Right.
so they're like, just say you didn't know, deny all, admit nothing.
But they're putting everybody's pictures out there,
Yep.
and they know who they are. They're kind of like linking. You already know who Lori Laughlin's daughter is, and so just because they don't mention them and say they're not a part of it, people already automatically assume.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
rich people problem,
Right?
Right? Can't relate.
Nope.
No one paid for me to get in anywhere. I couldn't even get a one of those things, a waiver to pay for like college, because when you apply you have to pay like those application fees. I kept trying to get a waiver for the application fees. I wasn't getting no
know.
application fee waivers.
I know some of those schools like
Because people are like,
$200.
yeah, they're like, I'm gonna apply here, 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 and here. It's like, that sounds nice, but like until you see the
start.
fees,
You didn't realize you have to pay that kind of money for just a piece of paper.
$50,
application fees.
$75, $100, $200,
Yeah, when
like
you're elite
just for
school.
them to like just to send
Yeah.
it in. It's crazy.
Yeah. Just to send it in. Yeah, you hear pouring, Angela? It is. That crackling thunder?
And the dishwasher's going. That could also be the noise.
No, I didn't hear Stern's rant about her. I haven't listened to him in years. Where is he at?
Who's Stern?
Howard Stern. It's a shame because I love the Hallmark Channel. She plays on the Hallmark Channel. I just remember her. Let me date myself. Way back, Ryan's soap opera years ago. What she had to be, late teens, early 20s, if that. And next thing I knew, she was on Full House. But I remember her from Ryan's Hope years and years and years ago.
Emily Grace, I tend to agree with you. Now, I don't want to go as far as to think college is a scam, but I know college is pushed heavy. But now I feel like these days, I don't really feel like everybody has to. Not everybody wants to go to college. There's like other paths to take. But I know when I was in school, it was like you hit high school, first day out, first day in the door, college, like that's all people push. Mm-hmm. But people take other paths in life and are still successful. So I agree, unless like you're guaranteed, some people go to college, they get out, they get a job, boom. But like other people, like it's not that easy for.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't happen,
and
that's when it's a shame.
To pick a major so young when you just are leaving high school so young and then going into college and having to choose a career for the rest of your life. So it's very difficult, and so you just kind of like just major in liberal arts. Like what can you do with that? Even something like psychology. Spencer majored in psychology, but when he got out, unless you really plan on being a psychologist, what really can you do with that? And I'm not discouraging anyone that's majored because everybody chooses their major and have different doors open and connections and stuff. But I'm saying over here, that didn't really benefit him unless he was going to move forward with that. So that's why he kind of ended up in the military, because what could he do with a psychology degree?
Mm-hmm. Emily Grace, the same. When I graduated in December. So for the education, I'm an education major. It was hard to get a job at that point because you're basically halfway through the school year. So it's okay, I have this degree, I'm on fire to teach. What do I do now? And there was nothing I could do because I kept sending out applications and I wasn't getting hired. And that's kind of when I started dibbling and dabbling on social media, and then that took off. So I put teaching on the back burner. So it just happened. But when I graduated, I was ready to teach. I was so ready. But it just didn't happen.
True. Like Emily Grace said, now they say you need your master's. It's there was at one point where they were just so happy to have a bachelor's because people were just simply graduating high school. So you have an edge if you had your bachelor's. Not anymore. Everybody has their bachelor's. So now they're upping the stakes. Now you have to have your master's.
Yep.
Of course, trade schools are another path to take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jasmine91 said that. Definitely, I said, how we did it in this family, everybody went to junior college. That way you get those first core courses out. Because when you go to four-year college, the first 2 years are basically what you get in junior college, okay? But you're just paying an astronomical amount, okay? So then after that, then once you decide on what you want to do, then the junior, senior year, then they always transferred over to a four-year college. But you save money doing junior college.
Yeah.
That's one way of doing
I did it my first year, and now that college bills are rolling around, the reason mine is so high is from that first year when I stayed on campus. Mm-hmm. The whole room and board staying on campus thing, that's a lot of money.
Thank you, 106 Andy. Got at Target the other day. Guys, I'm edgy. I thought it was cute. And
your shirt, girl.
Yeah. Plumbers make good pay. They sure do. And when you go to a school that's college prep, as you guys did, it's just right from the very first night when you go to back to school night, they start that. I just felt so overwhelmed with Spencer. By the time Spencer was a sophomore and then you were a freshman, I'm like, okay, I know the whole gamut, okay? They started talking about how you could take courses in the high school and you can start getting college credits, and it just was so overwhelming. Mm-hmm. And then you get to senior year, and then it's so intimidating. My kids, you just have a really strength of character, you guys, because you guys just never compared yourselves to anybody. You just did your own thing and just you weren't competitive in that way. No pressure on their parents at all. And so, but they had this great big map, okay? And they had all like these elite colleges because, again, the town that we live in and the colleges and all of this, okay? And so then they had these strings. It looked like just strings everywhere. You go in, so for instance, they have TaylorAnne and then have your name. And you have a great big string down here. You're going to Yale University. It's like, oh wow! And then they had a great big string. You know, all these strings. Everybody was going to these elite colleges, and then they had your little strings going to a junior college, and you guys were not bothered at all.
Because next
you
year,
know?
basically more than half of them strings came right back to
All
Connecticut.
these strings came right on back. I'm like, didn't that person go off to? Once somebody went to Korea, they were right on back. People were having babies. People were getting married. Nobody was bothered. Okay, it just seemed so intimidating that senior year with all those strings. Every time I walked into that school for whatever reason, I saw that map and all them strings, and I said, wow. And I'm like, you guys, you're not bothered by the fact that you're right there in the junior college, because it wasn't like as pronounced. You know, they had like great big strings. We had great big elite colleges, and then your little kind of like little string down here. You know, and
I remember
the only one.
I wanted to go to UCLA. And I think out-of-state tuition at the time was $52,000 a year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. When you're in high school, you just have all these big plans, and your counselor's telling you can choose whatever college you want, you can do whatever. But then when it comes down to it, it's not happening. And then there was another one I wanted to go to in Connecticut, UNH, University of New Haven, and I got accepted, and I got my financial plan or whatever, and it was going to be $41,000, and I was just like, wow, so that wasn't happening.
Yeah, so Gail has some success stories. Somebody went to Spelman, somebody went to Harvard. Their cousin, another high school best friend, is now a federal attorney. Okay, so sometimes I think if you narrow it down to what you want to do, for instance, Adam's going to go for nursing, even though that's very competitive, we're finding out, and if he doesn't really crack down and take that more seriously, well, we'll see how that works out. Like Jan, he takes it dead serious, okay? But unless you pick something like that, like an attorney, and you stay on the path, okay? You can't kind of do these kind of obscure kind of liberal arts things. I found personally psychology, and then UConn, the college, great women's basketball team, all of that. I'm not into sports, but that's what I heard. Okay, Husky, Spencer was a Husky, okay, whatever. But I felt that he could have had more field placement.
Yeah.
So then what do you do when you come out with that? So then he kind of went in for the master's, but you guys know Spencer and his strong, very conservative views, and he had a lot of opinions, and they're like, you're not going to do well in this program because you've got to kind of get with the more of the liberal times, and he had too many opinions. And so until he could kind of maybe live in the world more and be less judgy and more accepting, then they didn't let him finish the program because he just, I Spencer, that attitude, he always knew more than the professor and all that. So I'm glad that they stopped it at that point, because imagine one day if he's a psychologist in place and counseling someone, and he's got his nose up in the air about people's lifestyles and stuff. So I said, no, you can't, you can't. And so they did right to take you out. I'm glad that, normally I go to bat for my kids. I don't care what grade you're in or what you do. I'm like, oh, no, they're not going to get away with that. But no, I'm like, no, I told you. You can't survive in the world. You have too many strong opinions to be what you want to be. Okay, I have strong opinions, but I was a stay-at-home mother. Okay, I'm just talking to myself and to my kids, all right? But you cannot go into the world and work with those kinds of opinions. You've got to be more inclusive and more accepting, and especially in the career that he wanted to do. So, but when he came back from the military, it's just like he is just less opinionated and more accepted. He just kind of he lived life. And he's had experiences, so he's different in that way.
Harry said, are you feeling better today? Yeah, I was on Twitter, and I was saying you had to deal with me all night because you guys know I meal plan. But I guess I left one of my meals, so I dragged my meal plan out for 4 days, and I guess this particular meal wasn't going to last 4 days. So by the 4th day, I ate it, and last night I was basically curled up in a sick, nauseous ball. Yeah. I just wanted to barf so bad, and I couldn't barf. I was so nauseous.
Remember you guys asked me last week what I was meal planning? So green. And I said I wasn't, because to me the whole idea of just putting everything together in a bowl and stacking up that you're mixing the rice with the meat and the vegetables, I said basically how lazy can you be? When you're ready to eat, just even have a little pot of rice on the side. Okay, you can get that, but to stack everything, so you just grab a bowl in the refrigerator, not the freezer even, the refrigerator, and it's kind of going bad daily. So I said, no, I didn't want to do those meal plans. That's the first thing I thought of when you were green, curled up.
Yeah, and I was like, Mom, I'm so sick. I'm so nauseous. I'm so sick. And I'm like, well, you were like, well, maybe it was that what you ate. What'd you eat? And I'm like, well, I had my meal plan, my dinner. I'm like, it was the last day. And you're like, well, how many days had it been there? I'm like, today was the 4th day. You're like, oh no. You're like, that is way too long. I was so sick last night. I was like sick this morning too. Like, and I was like,
Gail should have a way with words.
I was like looking up home remedies. I was like, what can you do for nausea? And like they were like, you know, peppermint tea or whatever. And I just happened to have peppermint tea, so I was like making tea, and they were like, you know, sit at a 30-degree angle. Don't like sit back or like be in a ball. Like lay straight, and I don't know. And we were watching what was that? Oh,
I was watching you know, ever since the Neverland special, I canceled that. See, I set my alarm and I canceled it on the 13th because the 14th they were going to start charging me for that HBO thing. I just wanted to see that special. But then I started getting nostalgic, and I started saying, oh, I remember my Michael Jackson days. So then I started watching the 25th anniversary and when the moonwalk originated. And then I saw a 30th anniversary that kind of got by me. I never saw that one where his brothers, you know, the hanger-oners, I guess they forced him to do the 30th anniversary. So there they all are, great big Jackson grown men singing ABC, okay? And you could tell like, he really wasn't in it, but he did it for his brothers. And then he broke out in like his new rendition of Billie Jean. I was like, oh, I saw the 25th anniversary, but I never saw the 30th anniversary. So I was like, okay.
The hangers-oners.
Yeah, the hangers-oners. I started that, and then of course my crime channels. I was watching about that flight. I found a channel that talked about that flight.
Pond Deck? Absolutely not.
What's that?
It's definitely because of the meal plan.
What did you say?
She wanted to know what was there,
Okay.
girl.
Wait, all right, let me see. Oh! No. Yes.
We see mint, ginger, and citrus help with my nausea. Okay.
Have we talked about any big nose boyfriends? Why would you think that? Right.
Right? Big nose husbands. If we were going to go that far.
Right.
But one day I'll have my Sophie.
You will. What else is Andy? You got HBO just to see that, or you're going to keep the subscription?
Hey, K-Nificent. I wish we kept the HBO subscription because I wanted to see Game of Thrones, Thrones of Games,
Oh,
Games
no.
of Thorns, or
We're
whatever.
not going to be starting new show watching and running up the deals.
But you canceled Hulu. But I just
know.
got it with my Spotify Premium.
I couldn't believe
They
that.
were like, get Hulu on us. I was like, no way.
Right. When I tried to get Hulu, you said you want me to get it without the commercials. That's what made the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So let's see if you're going to be doing it without commercials. I'm like, with or without commercials? You're like,
Okay, that can't go on any longer. We're hiring on the channel.
where did they go with my glasses?
I don't know, but they can stay down there now.
Okay.
Because I can't. My nerves, okay?
All right.
Out of pocket. Girls, you look like you'd have a Sophie Tate. Yeah, totally.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
if I have a daughter, first one up, Sophie.
You know what I saw the other day on Facebook? It was so funny. I never saw this little boy. He must be like a big deal because he has his own page and he has his own Instagram page and he does YouTube videos. And has anyone ever heard of the little boy Caden Bennett? Hysterical. Oh my gosh, who's heard of Caden Bennett? He's so funny.
You came and woke me up. You were like, watch this video. It's so funny.
So
You
funny.
heartily laugh at crazy hours of the night. Come in my room, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh, watch this funny video while I'm asleep. And you're just hysterical. And I'm trying to be supportive, but I'm aggravated because I'm sleeping.
Pond Deck, Caden Bennett is just like a page I saw on Facebook. You know how you'll see something, I think I put it on my page. There was a father that was disciplining. I loved it. I agreed with it 100% because his daughter was a bully and they threw her off the bus and she came home and she told her father, starting Monday, you're going to have to start driving me to school. And he had news for her. So when the video kind of opens up, you see her walking backpack on down the street. He's trailing behind her so nothing happens to her, but she had to walk 5 miles to school. And I said, that's how you parent. That's how you parent. Because she was a bully on the school bus and he said he doesn't support that. So he said, you got kicked off. If you think I'm going to drive you to school, I have another thing coming. So she walked 5 miles. Then in the next video, they showed a little boy, another bully on the school bus, and the parents parented that. You parent that bully tendency out of your kids. And so he had to run. How embarrassing. Big doofus boy running. Not even didn't try to walk all cool to school. Like, you gotta run, okay? Just like his father would not let him stop. He had to run every day to school, and his school was like a mile away. And it was pouring rain the day that he was in the car. He said, this is how you parent. This is what you do when your kids act up. You know, you don't support that and give them a ride to school.
Yeah, so the next time they want to, not get on the bus and get some place and sit down, they'll think of the time they got kicked off and they had to walk and run to school.
So once you watch those videos, and other videos keep coming. And so one of the videos that came up was this little boy, and his name is Caden Bennett, and it's hysterical. And he was talking about little Johnny and how they don't have any bullying allowed in the school. And so the teacher said, you don't take matters into your own hand. When you get hit, you tell the teacher. He said, so little Johnny, he said, hit him. And he told the teacher, and basically little Johnny, he said, doesn't get to go in the treasure box on Friday. He said, but Friday, I still have my black eye. He said, so he basically took matters into his own hand. He said, next time little Johnny punch me in the eye, he said, he won't get these hands. It was so funny.
You were like
I was hysterical. And so then I started looking for other videos. So then I found his page on Facebook. I'm like, oh my gosh, he actually has a page, and he's very popular, and his videos are very funny. He talks in a very adult-like manner, and whether or not I agree with that, I don't know, because he seems really young, and he has tons of videos, and he's so young for that. But he does, and it's up to his parents what they do with that.
His college is probably already paid for, girl.
Oh, definitely, definitely, yeah. Very articulate. He's funny.
Do y'all like Chipotle?
That little boy's amazing, right, Amy Jackson?
It's my life.
Yeah. Love Kaden. Okay, Erica Fleming. Okay, all right, so I'd never seen him before. I was hysterical. Exactly, Melanie.
Oof.
That's the way you teach a child.
One day, girl, we're going to have comfier chairs.
We sure are.
One day.
Well, we said we're going to try to go to IKEA.
I had Chipotle today. I haven't had Chipotle in a while. We should go to Chipotle.
Chipotle? I know we haven't had Chipotle in a while. I could go for some Puerto Rican food though, actually. Oh my gosh. Right? Yeah, when we went to my mother's the other day, I was like, what? Since we were at the same time, we should have just headed on over there.
We weren't really close though.
It would have been a little bit out of our way.
Yeah, and it was late, so that stuff would have been sitting there all day.
His name, 106 Andy, is Caden Bennett, and he has a page on Facebook as well as, I believe, Instagram. I haven't gone over to Instagram yet to see his page, but I think he's on. Because I think he said, click up here. I think there's a link up there on Facebook, and he said, and it would take him. He said, I'm not leaving until you click. He said, click. And so, but I didn't click because, whenever I would get off of Facebook, then I would go on over there, but I didn't get a chance to go over there.
106 Andy, we have not watched Russian Doll. What's Russian Doll?
Always comes with the good movies. Yeah, Bernadette Johnson, you have to look him up. He's really funny. And look up the one about little Johnny and the bullying. It's so funny.
Another good movie on Netflix is Christopher Robin. I thought that was so cute. I watched it 3 times yesterday.
Yeah, live action Winnie the Pooh.
It was so cute.
It was so cute. What do we get at Chipotle? We get is it the rice bowl? We get the lime rice, and
Girl,
then...
it's not we.
Oh, and what do you get?
I think I get the lime rice, but
Okay.
continue.
Okay, lime rice, and then you start moving your way down the line. Then I get the chicken.
Okay, I get the steak.
Okay, and then you start getting the sauce. So the medium sauce.
Yeah, I think we agree there.
And then I get the corn.
Yes.
And then the olives, I think. What else was it?
No, I don't get olives.
The black olive, as I move my... Oh, I think it's Subway.
It's black peas. There's no black olives.
Oh, black beans.
Black beans.
Yeah, and you know what? I never knew. I didn't know until I watched a YouTube channel one time. We used to watch this girl. We don't watch her anymore. Back when we were kind of into our beauty channels. And her name was Kim Tai. And we didn't know because she definitely was a foodie. And she definitely knew how to eat food.
Mm-hmm.
She is Asian and people actually just watch her channel to watch her eat.
Just watch her eat food.
Noodles, okay? And she got us going to the store buying noodles, the kind she buys. And we were going to the store, always buying these noodles. You could really twirl those noodles up with the chopsticks. And oh my God, it just made you want those noodles. But aside from all that, she went to Chipotle and she showed me how to eat Chipotle. So when they give you all the food and it's about done, they give you that silver lid. She took it and she started shaking it and it mixes everything together. And then she opened it and I'm like, that's what the lid is for. I didn't know.
Well,
and it takes you mix
maybe
it all together.
it's not necessarily for that.
But she definitely knew how to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think to do that to mix it all together, because if you don't shake it like that, then you have pieces of corn here and you have sour cream here and you have lettuce leaves. But when you put it all together, it's delicious. And I was kind of like grabbing hunks of chicken here and tomatoes here, and it just, but you got to shake it up and put that silver lid over it and shake it up.
Ashley Harris, was he cute? She just got some food delivered to her house, and the person asked if they could come over and chill. Come in and chill.
Ashley Harris? You don't know that person? All right, guys, we have to look out for another MADCURLS fam. First it was us. Well, it's a lot of burdens on this channel tonight.
He said no. Oh, okay, so he ain't gonna come in.
Right? No. At least somebody has some sense. Not like you. Remember, all right, we have to tell the story.
Mom,
Story time.
what story is this? I need you to whisper to me first.
Okay, this is the boy, remember, with the plate in his head? Okay, MySpace days, okay?
Okay, this was like 10, 12 years ago.
Who wants to hear a story?
Right, well, maybe not that far. I'm only 25, what, 10, 15, maybe 10. Oh, maybe 10, 12 years ago, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
hi, Melissa
26.
Torres.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, all right, so Taylor, I always said she was always man-starved, okay? And
Wow.
So, all right.
Not as of late.
Not
Girl,
as
not
late.
at all.
But you just were in that generation where it was just too accessible, okay? The mindset of going on these MySpaces, I think it was MySpace because Facebook wasn't even there yet or anything.
It was totally MySpace.
It was MySpace, and just maybe the excitement of just meeting like new people, and then actually like meeting people in the world. I'm like, and I always wanted to know, where did you find this person at MySpace? MySpace, like it didn't register with me. Okay, so she insisted on meeting this guy that she met on MySpace. He lived a few towns over. I think he lived in Bridgeport or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I said, as long as I can like go along, I'll pick him up at his house. So I treated it like a regular old-fashioned date.
Gail's friend is my friend, period.
Say?
She said she was man crazy in 2004.
So I
He's always
treated it like
teaming.
it was a person that she met at school and she was bringing him home. If she was going to get killed, we're all going to get killed by the MySpace person, okay? So I said, I'm going to be there. I'll go pick him up, and then maybe I'll take you guys to a mall because I had some shopping to do, and then they can get to know each other at the mall. All right, so we picked him up, and oh my gosh.
So it wasn't really like a catfish situation, but kind of. He looked like himself, but I guess I couldn't really gauge his height from MySpace. So when he's like coming down his stairs, basically he's getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter until he was short. So like that was the first thing that was the turn up. I was like, oh my gosh, like he's really,
and when
really
you
short.
don't like something,
and I'm 5'1",
you have
so
no social cues. If you don't like something, you just cut it off. You don't care what people think, how you do it. You just turn. It's like the idea of the running mentality. Like when you're done, you're done. You give no explanation.
I would
When
have
I'm
been done
trying to
right
soften
there.
things and say, well, you know, I would think of a story. You don't think of a story. You just are not bothered. So, but this was lesson learning time, because I told you stop like perusing these different websites of people that you didn't know, like MySpace. I'm like, no, you had me coming over here. You're gonna have a date today, okay? So
you were like adamant,
I was
like
adamant.
annoying,
Yeah.
like you were dead serious. You were like, no, this is happening. Like
This is
there's a
happening.
lesson to be learned here. This is happening.
So he got it. Was his mother there yet, or did we meet her when we dropped him back off at home?
I don't remember. All I know is he got in the car and he said hi and kissed you on the cheek, and you were sold at that point.
I thought that he had tendencies.
Of gentlemanly behavior.
Yeah, he was respectful. So not so much the kiss on the cheek, but the fact that he addressed me, and he was Hispanic, and he had that old school kind of raising. You could tell that he wasn't a loser type. I couldn't help it that you didn't like his looks. Okay, so that was what you're always about, looks. But he had character, so to speak. Okay.
He ended up not having character.
Yeah, he ended up not having character.
So, like I said, you were sold after the hi, Mrs. Wesley, and the kiss on your cheek. You were like, oh.
Yeah, he ended up, from what I saw, baby steps. So this was the first initial reaction to him, that he got in, he was respectful, he addressed me respectfully, and so I was like, okay, so like you check off the points, okay, so he made it through that way, so get in the back. So at this point now you're just being rude.
So it was a grand caravan. So obviously the driver, passenger, 2 seats right here that are separated by the aisle, and then the aisle goes to the back where there's like 3 seats.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting basically in the 2 seats like behind you, and he just kept like, you never had the rear view mirror to the back, no matter who's in the car, no matter what. You always had the rear view mirror on you, just so you can look at yourself, and that's all facts. Like, so you can look at yourself while you
Because I'm
drive.
applying, I do everything but drive. I'm applying makeup. Yeah, I do. It's always spaced right here. I never know what's going on. Now, if I have to see what's going on, I'll either turn around or I'll adjust it at that point. But basically, it comes right back on me. Why don't I want to see a beautiful sight while I'm driving?
All I know, so we were in Bridgeport. We had to get to Danbury, and I think I would say that was at least a 40-minute drive, at least. And so I was already turned off because he wasn't cute and he was short. So
you started texting me.
I was already done, and you were
help.
completely going, and you like turned the rearview mirror hard so you wouldn't have to look at my face because I was just sitting there like grilling you from the back seat through the rearview mirror, and
normally
then you turned it like you weren't going to be looking at me.
Purposes, I would not have you get in the back with a person. I would make sure the rearview mirror is facing the two of you so the person knows I'm watching them. No, I gave them plenty of privacy. That's what she wanted. She wanted to meet somebody on Facebook, so now she could have just him and her. Just
and he just kept
MySpace.
talking to me and like, you know, touching me and like talk, and like I was just like dying. Like I was dying.
And then you would text me like my help, and I was like NOPE exclamation point. Nope.
Like, oh my gosh, it was horrible, and like you did not care. And so we get to the mall, and you basically just go.
You can go your way.
Yep.
You're like, Mike, can you stay? I'm like, nope. I said, you're grown teenagers. I said, this is your date. You're like, it's not a date. I'm like, no, it's a date. You wanted a date. You thought this was going to be a date. This is a date. So I said, so I'm not going to interfere. You guys going, I'll be in the mall, but you definitely will be going off for some privacy. This is what you wanted, okay? So away you walked. You kept texting, wasn't not bothered. Nope, stop texting me. There's not a thing. I was not coming to your rescue that day. It was lesson learning time. So
we walked around the mall. All I remember is that we ended up in Hot Topic, and he cornered me against a wall and tried to kiss me. And like that's when I was like completely done. I just like, oh my gosh, it was hard. I'm getting traumatized thinking about it. Like, because we had been texting for a while, so we knew each other. So I guess he thought like really this was gonna be like, you know, our first kiss, our first day, our first this, and I had already shut the whole operation down. So we ended up in like Hot Topic, and I was just like cruising and looking, and like he came up behind me and like cornered me and like grabbed my face and tried to kiss me, and I was just done. Like, he didn't get to kiss me because I was out. Like, I was gone. Like, I was just like done. Like, you know, you're too aggressive. Like, stop. Like, it was horrible.
So then
it was horrible.
So we got back in the car.
It was horrible.
And we sat in the back, drove him back to the house. Was his mother outside doing groceries, like bringing him the groceries?
Oh, someone said gross, and it was gross because he was like, you know, I think he said like, I know you want it or something. And he was so ugly.
Yeah, just too aggressive. Yeah,
it was too much. It was too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, like, I think I was like, Mom, seriously, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, basically, I will see you in the car. Like, I'm done. When this date is over, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I am so
done.
done.
When did it finally sink in that you were truly suffering?
When he really like made a move like that, because it was aggressive, and I'm like, Mom, he is aggressive. Like, this is not funny.
This is what happens when you pick people up off of social media. But at the time I didn't know it was like social media. I said MySpace. I said, this is what happens when you pick strange people up off of MySpace. You didn't know that man from Adam. You did not know him. So what possessed you?
I don't know.
So,
but he did have a metal plate in his head. I forget why.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was beat up or he got shot, or I don't remember.
Yeah.
But something, he wasn't all there.
Yeah, and he kind of like sort of didn't act as the day went on. I started seeing that. You were texting me and seeing things, but I knew something like that. You have to kind of like ease out slowly, you know, because, you know, you just don't know what you're dealing with things like this. So you can't just like cut folks off, because he was very much looking forward to this. So you have to almost make it when you're ever in a Looney Tunes situation when it comes to dating, you have to almost put it on the other person. Like, oh, I'm not good enough for you, or, you know,
it's not me.
Well,
it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, like, it's not you, it's me. Like, I'm just a very hard person to get along with. So, you know, you can never say, you're no good, I don't want you. Oh my gosh. Then that's when they start that stalking, and you can't get rid of them. So you have to try to make it like it's something that you're doing for their benefit. I know you think I'm a wonderful person, but trust me, I'm really not what you think I am. Trust me, I'm really not. You know, so you could do so much better than me.
No, but that, I mean, it really was a lesson learned, because like when I went back to his MySpace, I'm like, he looks nothing like he looks on MySpace. Like, in person, like, no, it was not cute. It was not a good situation. I had to spend the day in the mall with him. Got half assaulted. Like, it was just too much. Like, he was like, come on. He's like, you know you want it. Like, oh. No, I don't.
I can't deal with that overconfidence like that. I'll let you know what I want when I
want
it.
When I want it. Like, sir, don't touch me. Like, please don't touch me.
Taze, what's your type? Mine is tall. I like a beard and good sense of humor.
Oh.
What's your type?
We were talking about this the other day. Okay, Mom, you say what my type is. Since you know it.
Tall.
Yes, they have to be taller than me. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's taller and older. I don't even care if it's older by. Oh, yes, I don't even care if it's older by a day. They have to. Be,
yes.
They have to be older than me.
That's right. Yeah, older by a day. If they're younger by a day, no. Okay. I'm like.
I had a guy try to talk to me. He was 13 days younger than me, and I said, "No way."
How about those 13 days?
I was like, "No, I feel like I'm babysitting." Like,
my God.
He has to be older. He has to be older.
That's crazy. All right, so I don't know if you always were like that, or were you like that because of the natural hair community, but you always want curly hair for some reason, or like textured hair. You love like this textured hair. You like that. Mm-hmm. You always pictured the two of you doing social media or doing like
yeah, or like I'm also thinking of like my kids. Like I want like a daughter and like a son to have a cute little curly hair. So like, you know, I think we both kind of have to have some curls going on to make sure that happens. Yeah. So and curly hair.
But sometimes it's not always a guarantee. I mean, you don't know about how genetics work. So you just maybe are hoping that it'll push you closer to what you might want.
Okay.
But you never know how those genetics fall down. Okay. All right. So then let me see. Oh, like, I don't know. I keep trying to talk you out of this. I said, you basically want to get someplace and sit down, okay? You're picking for the future. You want to have someone that has a work ethic. I said all of this, you want abs and biceps. That's juvenile
Mom,
stuff.
I've never said I wanted abs. You're hung up on the fact that I don't know where you got that from. That I'm obsessed with the guy's body. Because nobody I've dated has had abs. Nobody's had abs.
You always talk about like things like that, very insignificant things like that. That is not paying bills. Abs, okay, biceps.
Mom,
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've never talked about somebody's abs.
That might have been cute in high school. Okay, you pick for looks and all that kind of stuff. But when you are picking for a life partner, when you're picking for a life partner, you want something with substance. Okay, somebody with substance.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we're picking here. All right.
Definitely a sense of humor, but he has to be romantic. I'm such a romantic. If someone says to me, I hate Valentine's Day, I'm turned off. Like, not that Valentine's Day matters, but just that mindset. Like, I'm a romantic, so they have to be, you know, romantic too. That's important to me. You know.
Okay. So let's see. Michelle Almonte has a success story. I met my boyfriend off Instagram, and we've been together 5 years now. Okay. All right. There's any other success stories? Yeah, and you want to see somebody that's trying to move on down the aisle. Like, commitment, I have never seen people that do not want to get down the aisle. I just have never seen it. To me, it was growing up in my generation, you just, as they say, on Sister Wives, they date with purpose. Okay, you date, not like the first person you date, like you're going to get down the aisle, but you kind of like start envisioning, like you date with the idea of, you start thinking about your future. I just never enjoyed just dating just to be dating, wasting my time. Like, is this person gonna fit into my future? Is there family? Like, you don't just date. I said you gotta come out the bedroom sometime. Not that I ever was in the bedroom, okay? But I'm saying going to dinners, going to movies. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
There we go. Episode. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, those things are nice. Yeah. Okay, but You've got to dig up the substance. You've got to ask those questions. You've got to see things. Now, especially at your age now, okay, and like say my age, you're dating someone, my grandmother said, if a man don't have furniture, he don't have too much of anything, okay? So, and that's so true. I mean, it's like a trite kind of a thing to say, but that's just like the bulk of it, okay? If you have a place, you don't have furniture, like, are you even like in the market for dating? Like, you can't bring somebody to you don't even have a furniture, like a couch, a chair, a kitchen table, not even like this. I can't even sit like this at the counter. Okay, if you don't have furniture, or just throw a mattress over on the floor, okay, like, you know, it's just like, where's their mind? Are they restless? Do they want to settle? You know, so things like that are very important to look for in the whole dating genre. And all right, so what else is your type?
Definitely a good work ethic. I saw someone say that. And someone said religion. Yeah, that's important too, because God is definitely important to me. So if somebody says, like, you know, oh, I don't believe in God, that's a problem. That's a problem. So like religion, that's definitely important as well.
Absolutely.
Commitment, communication, kind, sense of humor. Oh my gosh,
communication. Communication is key. Absolutely.
I want someone to be kind, but like some people are just like too kind, if that makes sense. Like they're just kind to everybody, and like there's almost like not like a loyalty kind of level. Like, I don't know, they're just
they
like,
want to be forever
they're
life.
just for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't gotta, you know, be heart-eyeing and loving on and complimenting everybody. Like, if you have somebody, you don't have to be that, like, I want someone to be kind, but you don't gotta be kind, like, you know, to everybody. Like, you know.
Loyalty lies with me and like one person union, you know, like you're for me, I'm for you, okay. Like my aunt used to say, I'll stick with you, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm with you if you're right. If you're wrong, I'm going to try to make you right. But like, you don't turn on somebody because you don't think the same way that you do. You stick with that person, okay, and try to help that person out. So commitment, communication is totally key. And definitely at your age, you want some commitment.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to see
Yeah.
that they're going to be, like, they are interested in heading down the aisle at some point, hopefully in the very near future. You would be thinking.
People keep talking about their sons. Who got sons up in here?
Right? That means every requirement except the, I know, Erica, you got good-looking sons. What are your sons' age range in age from? Wouldn't that be cute, like a little MADCURLS wedding?
Yeah.
Somebody emailed you one time and said that they saw you, I think it was on live or in our videos, and that they had a son, and they wanted their son to get married, and they loved you on the video in our relationship, and that if you were interested, please email her back, and she would like arrange for you guys to meet. Where do they live? Like in another state?
It was like
Missouri
or
like
Ohio. It was,
yeah. She was dead serious. I liked everything like about the tone of the mother's thing. I liked the fact that she was like she was looking for someone for her son. I dug that. But of course,
but you know the
you
thing,
weren't interested,
girl. But you know the thing that I was like, you know, how do you meet people? So like I was in college, like thinking of college, like I basically not dated, like I was in a relationship like straight through college, and so like now basically college is over, and you know I'm like, where do you meet people at? Like I don't go to bars, I don't go to clubs. I go to the grocery store, you know, I shop, I go to the mall. Like, where do you meet people?
Once
Other
you
than
come
that,
out of college,
we're YouTubing. I'm in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know, do I just expect my Mr. Right to come, you know, coming through the window? Like, I don't know where I'm going to meet somebody because I don't really, I guess, put myself out there. But it's just like, where do you put yourself out there to? Where do you go?
The full-time job. So the way everybody gets in the car and goes to work and you're there, and then you socialize and you meet people there. This like is our job. So unless like you go out and expose yourself to other people, like it's YouTube, people think it's just like a glamorous life, but it's not. It could be a very, very lonely life because that's just what you just making videos, editing videos. It's just all about the business all the time.
So naturally, Coylista says, I don't do much, but I do be on dating apps. And I just saw someone say that they met someone on Match.com and they've been married 6 years or something.
Really?
So I remember I asked you, I'm like, does Match.com does that work? I'm like, because no one's getting any younger. I'm like, so like,
I don't know. Like,
do those things work?
Who has experience with those kinds of things? Match.com.
Get a matchmaker.
I saw something today, Silver Singles or something.
Take me to guy at the Puerto Rican restaurant. But you say like, I don't know, like how to talk. Like we were in Target the other night. Like the cashier was just like striking up conversation, and basically I was just sitting there silent, and you were like, you don't know how to talk. Like you're like, talk to people, make conversation. That's how you meet people.
I always take advantage of every opportunity. I'm always talking. I'm just a talker. And so if they don't talk first, then I'll ask a question first. I just love to talk. And I said, then you just basically, okay, Mom, I'll be in the car. I'm like, you'll be in the car? I'm like, you never know if the person could have a son or somebody else could come up. Like, you always just kind of like isolate yourself. And I said, you can't do that. You have to make thyself friendly. If you want friends, make thyself friendly. And so, that's just the way I think.
Emily Grace, I'm engaged to my high school sweetheart. Things happen when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Did you
that's
date in
another
high
thing.
school? Oh, it's high school sweetheart.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, you know, I'm 26. I'm like, which means people who I went to high school with and stuff, I'm like, I'm 26. I'm like, and everybody's getting engaged left and right and center on Facebook and having babies. And I'm just like, Mom, I have a YouTube channel. What the heck?
What?
My older brother met his new wife on Match.com. They got married this year. They dated 2 years and married for 4. Okay. So what made you guys venture off into the Match.com? And like, what is that like?
Me, Mom, I have a YouTube channel. But like, right, like you see, as you get older, like people doing these things, like, oh, I bought a house, oh, I'm getting engaged. Like, I swear it's at least once a week I'm seeing someone saying, I said yes, or she said yes, and Everybody's getting engaged. And I'm just like, how do I even meet somebody?
Because Spencer didn't even hook his own self up. Yeah. I'm 24. I feel the same way, Taylor.
Gail, I always thought that. Like, I have two brothers. Probably not Adam, because Adam's younger than me. I don't want none of his friends. Wait. But, like, Spencer, I'm like, oh, he's going to bring home, like, you know, some friends. And that never happened.
Don't forget Spencer's mentality. Remember I said he always had to be in charge. Remember the time he had his birthday party and they all revolted because he's just, like, so bossy. You know, he has to always control. So he always had, like, the underdog type friends. And Taylor was never impressed with anything Spencer brought home. And I didn't blame her. So,
Ari, that's what I'm thinking. She says, Tay, Big Nose husband will find you.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no, I don't go hunting for people. He's just going to roll up on me one day.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, you're in.
Like I said, when you least expect it, when you try too hard, like you just start settling and you just get so desperate, you start looking deeper into things that might, you know, people are seasonal. And if it's going to stick, then it's going to stick. You don't want to just like try too hard and find someone and just kind of like rush down the aisle because you're in a competition or you feel like you should be.
I mean, at this point, like, I would just be happy to have someone and just be happy. Like, no pressure. Like, you know, obviously, like, I want to get married and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I just want to be happy with somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would be so happy for that.
Oh, our youngest is 16. How old's your oldest, Erica? They are. 21 and 24 are so boring. That's why I always did older. That's why I see Casilda Harrison and my husband and I met at a restaurant. You just never know. That's why I said you always have to just be open to that. You sometimes you go places and you're just so closed in. I'll go to the grocery store and I strike up a conversation with someone. You're like, Ma, stop talking. I'm just friendly like that. So, but you're not. You just turn your back. You start fiddling with keys. I'll be in the car, and I'm like,
because if I'm already not attracted to him,
you look like you're not. But.
What's it, practice?
That can lead you to somebody that you could be like. He could have friends. Maybe.
Why would he put me on with his friends?
You never know. You never know.
Emily Grace, would you date outside of your race? Everyone has their own preference. Yeah. Basically, I've only ever dated African American and Hispanic, or like a mixture of the two. But I have gone on dates with white people. I think that's it. But yeah, I don't really like. I don't care. Like I'm not like. Okay, I want it.
Right?
With is that Hispanic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not like, okay, I want this type of person. I want this race. Like I don't know who my future big nose husband is going to be. I don't say, oh, because like, you know, you're white or you're Asian, whatever. No, I'm not interested in that. Like, no. I really don't have a race preference at all.
Yeah, this generation doesn't. I definitely did, and I definitely wanted for my kids. And now I just don't have a voice in that anymore. Because they're definitely adults and they will pick and choose. But raising them up, I read one time in Ebony magazine that you have got, like the way you guide and lead your children in all areas of their life, whether it's their schooling, disciplining them, what's right or wrong, and all that. They said if you want your children to marry within the race, then that's what you preach in the house. You talk about that. So I definitely did talk about that in the house when you guys were growing up, that I wanted you to stay within the race. And I had no problem with that. I didn't think it was anything bad because I see other races do it, okay? But nowadays, I don't think I have a voice anymore in that because I don't know whether it's more accepting. I just don't know. I never dated outside of my race, so I don't know what that would be like to do that. And my mentality is probably so stuck in the past, I don't know if I'd even be comfortable with that. But you would be because you were open to that. I don't know, like, how many different races, but...
Well, I mean, I don't know. I felt like I've only ever gone on like a serious date, a couple of serious dates with this one one white guy, and when I met his family, I felt like the family was off.
Like the family too.
Yeah, like I felt like the family was off. The sister, the mom, like something was off. So like I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky. You know. I don't know. But I'm not like opposed to it. Like no, I'm not even like looking in that direction. I'm not opposed to it.
You have good instincts, and so the things that you were coming home and telling me, it was strange to me because everybody always just raves about how beautiful you are and how sweet you are and all that, and they seem like they never could muster up any sort of a compliment about anything, and it was very odd to me, and I didn't like that because other people that you would date, people are like, oh my
I know.
God.
I'm like, Mom.
they
I'm like,
be-
they're not racist. I'm like, just because they didn't tell me I was pretty.
I'm like, because maybe they don't understand, African American beauty. So maybe they didn't think that you were, because I didn't like. I'm like, I know they had a fit when they saw you, and you're like, no, they didn't, because normally, like when you would date,
You were like,
the
do they
parents would
like
be
your hair,
like,
your
oh my
curls,
God,
or this? And I was
yeah,
like, no.
and they just never seemed to have a compliment for you, and so that bothered me, because I said maybe they can appreciate your brand of beauty, and I didn't like it. Because I was giving the cream of the crop over. If they could appreciate it, well, give it on back then. I want to hear some compliments.
Which he ended up doing, because like he only wanted one thing in the end, which was awkward.
There's good and bad in all families included. I just love who love. I truly don't see a specific race with dating. Yeah. FH nurse mom. What do you're like 28ish, right? In that mindset probably. So you're dead like Spencer's that age. So that you guys kind of like grew up in that. And so though I came with my antiquated thinking, Spencer made it very clear years ago, like he's gonna pick and choose like who he wants to. So I really didn't have a voice in that, whereas my mother had a voice with me. She definitely did, and my family did. Definitely started from my grandmother. And I told you, all right, remember my grandmother running with the hog maws, okay, because of the white neighbors coming over, and she didn't want to show like our ethnic food, so they just felt really odd. Again, it's generational. My grandmother just was not comfortable around white people, so they definitely would not want that in the family because of their comfort level. So then I was raised on that. So then I try to like raise my kids on that, but they like weren't having it because they were at a school, they were exposed to different things, and that kind of very small town, antiquated thinking just was not received by my kids at all.
Yeah.
So.
But I know when I do get into serious relationships, it's typically African American, Hispanic, or like a mixture of the two. It's always a mixture of the two, actually. It's Hispanic and black. They're always Hispanic and black mixed. But there's more of an understanding, like a cultural understanding, so it's more comfortable. But that's just how the chips just always fall. When I get into a serious relationship, they're always mixed Hispanic and black. That's just what it is. What's Dan talking about?
People would say you're purity for a black girl. Exactly.
But yeah, it's hard out here in these
Do you, Ari? Because
dating streets.
you are harsh. Like you like put posts up there. Like you are not bothered. Like you don't take anything. You don't take no nonsense. So are you hardcore? Like, is there any room for you to soften up and meet somebody? Because like you go hard. Like she is not bothered ever. I'm like, Ari ain't trying to meet nobody. Yep, a day he'll come to you.
But it's hard, like, when you have, like, when you thought you had, like, your future planned out with somebody and then, like, it doesn't work out, especially when, like, you're together for a long time, so it's just kind of, like, busted. So it's like now you have to start at the bottom again from somebody new, and it's just like, what if more time gets wasted?
Yeah.
Like, now I'm 26, and what if I waste, like, another couple of years on somebody? Like, it's just... I hate the whole dating thing. Like, I hate being out in the single world again. Like, I really do. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like,
That's interesting. Aries has got to be an alpha. Okay. Yeah.
Leslie, I've been on a break for a few years. Yeah, I've been on one for a year.
Who's been on a break for a few years?
Leslie.
Oh my God.
Because, like, you could be single, but, like, you have to be emotionally available. Like, am I emotionally available? I don't know.
I think
if the right person came, like
if the right person, I think yeah, I think it takes a certain type. Yeah.
Good night, Queen.
I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a whole lot of whining and dining, but I definitely need loyalty. I've been saying that for months now.
That's what you want on your
Yep,
tombstone.
that's on my tombstone. That's how dead serious I am about it.
You want on
Yep.
your tombstone. All she wanted was loyalty.
Yep. That's it. Exactly. What Tish Harris said, like you want them there, but you don't need them there, right? Pondak's funny. Yeah, no, dating's hard. And it's even harder now because I don't see anybody really trying to do a commitment. Is it because women are so independent now, they can make their own money, or they were like, I don't know. My generation, we looked for security and all of that. Women have their own security nowadays. So, what's the impetus to get married, right? It doesn't seem like anybody's trying to rush down these aisles.
Are there other places to go out for a drink near where you live? I'm sure there are, but you don't drink.
No, but you're not asking me to go out with you. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going out with myself?
No, sweet, like with your cousin or girlfriends or.
Oh, okay, yes. For all the million girlfriends I have, girl. I'll ask them all.
Exactly. Yeah, you want the marriage one day, just no rush.
Leslie LeBron, I hear that. I'm confident in my or content in my singlehood too. But I wouldn't mind a little somebody, you know?
But yeah, like maybe that's just maybe a relaxed atmosphere. But I always feel like wherever you find them, you know, you might as well, you're gonna find them back there again one day. So is there a place to go out for a drink? You find somebody at a bar, like they're gonna end back up there. Is that just my antiquated thinking? Or I wouldn't necessarily want to pick up anybody at a bar. I can tell you that. I really wouldn't want to.
Yeah, that's what you've always said. Where you find them,
Mm-hmm.
is where they
That's
end.
where they're gonna end back up at. No, there's nothing wrong with wanting someone. Everybody wants somebody. Thank you, Gail.
Pondek said we should go out, but leave the church sweaters at home.
Okay. So where would the businessmen be? You can go to a bar and not drink, go to a restaurant that have the bar at work. Okay. And that's where the businessmen will be. Okay. Are they trying not to go home to their wives? That why they're hanging out there?
Girl.
I'm just wondering, just asking.
Ask for a friend.
Just asking for a friend, right?
Either the grocery store, book clubs, dance class.
Oh no, not the grocery store. Tell about the time the guy in the grocery store, remember?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, you just
But
don't
he
know.
was old enough to be a sugar daddy, though. He was too old.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't bad for his age at all.
No.
But when we looked him up, he was like, he wanted to actually ask me out for a drink, and I was like, oh, I've never been asked out for a drink
And it was
before.
so like cliche. I think it was a snowstorm, and we were going to get like last minute things for the house because we were gonna be shut in.
We were in the deli line.
Yeah, and he was like, do you like need a snow buddy, basically like, to talk? Like that's fun. Like when you're all like closed in, you can't really go out, whatever. Then you talk on the phone. Everybody's like closed in their house, like in Connecticut, I guess it's like what we do for fun. And so you figure like he'd keep you company all night, okay? But you were wise, girl, and you came home and you are famous for this. We'll go places and you're like, Ma, just get somebody's name. Just Ma, look at his badge. Just see what his name is, okay? And then on the way out, I'll say like that guy. Say for instance, you know, Dennis. He was really nice. I'm like, you know, they'll be like, oh, Dennis, like say such and such. I'm like, oh, is that his like? Okay, yes. Then you go home and you put him right into Facebook, and all the business comes up, and so then you can catch them all their lies.
One time we went to a cheesecake factory in like another town or other state, and we got all I had was the waiter's name, and it took me a while, but I finally found him. Like, oh, here he is. I'm like, this is him. I put in his name, I put in the restaurant, I put in the state, like he came right up because like people put their jobs on Facebook.
Yeah,
so
they
when
do.
you put their name, their job, boom, 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 there it is.
There it is, and there he was.
But yeah, so the guy at the grocery store, there he was, and he popped up along with his wife and like 4 kids.
Around your age.
Around my age.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
I was like, wow.
No.
Had a home in our same town. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is not cute.
Gotta vet them. That's right.
Bowling or sports bars?
Okay, that's fun.
Let's go bowling, girl.
Remember, we were talking about it a few weeks ago. I said we should go bowling.
I know you did. You said we should go bowling. You did say that. Thank you, Felicia. This is, what is this? Oh, Diva. The super stretch. The coconut curl elongator. One and done. Tay, remember your own advice to walk in like you own the place.
Right? That's like my advice to her. to my kid.
You know.
I always say, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Don't let anybody intimidate you.
I don't know. I just feel like Connecticut is dried up. I really don't expect to meet anybody in Connecticut. Everyone's just all dry.
Yeah.
Bored. Pick one day and go to the dance club.
Should I go to the dang grocery store? Did you meet anybody? Haven't met me at the grocery store?
Michelle Almonte, I said to you, I said if we lived in New York, I bet I would meet somebody. Like the streets are just filled with people. It's New York City. I'm like, I would meet somebody if we lived in New York. No problem.
So our service where I do background checks.
Context, and what about the gym? Okay, so ever since I started going to the gym in July, there's been this guy that's been going there, and he's always there in the morning when I go. But all we ever do is make eye contact, but like he never talks to me. And like we're what, in March?
Yeah, see, I can't have that kind of.
And still, we'll just make eye contact, and he still hasn't said anything to me. So now I'm thinking he has a wife and kids. He's married. Maybe he's gay. Like I don't know.
See, that's what I don't like.
I have no idea. I'm like, but he doesn't. He won't talk to me. I'm like, I don't want to make the.
They don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to.
There's a reason.
They don't want to do the work, and I can't tolerate that. Okay, everybody can't.
But he's totally like. I mean, I could say I guess he's totally my type as far as looks go. That's I don't even know his name. I have known nothing about him except that he's cute. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I don't know his name. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I need someone.
But we're both there around 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and he keeps staring at you, all the staring and looking and staring and looking. If they're not making a move, then like. Stop. Like, you know, I don't like that weakness like that. Let the man be the man and make the move.
He doesn't wear a ring. But that doesn't mean anything. Leave him alone, Tay. I haven't even done anything. But I do look for that. I look to see if there's a ring on folks' finger. Because now there could be. I'm getting older. It's more likely there's going to be rings. It's more likely there's going to be kids.
Yeah.
So I said, what if he's too shy? Well, I'm shy. We both can't be shy. Someone got to say something, and why it needs to be him. And he just never does.
You're already shy, so you kind of want to have somebody that will.
And sometimes, like one time, like I saw him up at like the juice bar or whatever it's called. He was getting a smoothie, so I basically, wiped my little sweat or whatever. I was like, no, I'm gonna go get myself a smoothie too. And I went right up there. He was sitting on this side, I was sitting on this side, and it was just the two of us there, and the person making our drinks, and he still didn't say anything. It was like the perfect opportunity. So I'm like, he doesn't want to speak. Like he's not speaking for a reason. So
yeah, Jan, they got to get over that quick though. He could be intimidated by your looks because the looks will be there. Like you can't have somebody that's so intimidated, like too afraid to try. I like somebody with confidence. I like people with confidence. I don't like that my personality or my looks would scare somebody away. So you're a beautiful girl. You want somebody that's going to be able to understand that and not be intimidated by that, because what's that about? Being intimidated?
No, I gave up on gym guy because like he doesn't speak for whatever reason.
Be shy or an introvert.
Okay, but have you smiled at him or are you giving him the stink eye? I mean, I'm not giving him the stink eye, but I don't grin at him either. Like, we just kind of, we're in the gym. Stop pressuring the guy, Tay. I have not done anything to that man. I have not done anything to that man.
That's it. She hasn't done anything.
I have not done anything. Like, we just notice each other, but no one said anything.
I'm like, Tay, like, you could strike up a conversation. You like you're just at the bar and the juice bar. We're at the club, at the bar.
The club.
The smoothie bar, okay? And so I just always find a way to talk about something. I would ask something like they have like supplements and stuff behind. I said, why don't you just ask, do you know anything about supplements? I mean, you got to start a conversation somewhere. I can start a conversation with a dog.
You can.
Okay? I mean, I always find a common ground with anything and everything. It's just
so
my
funny.
nature.
Yeah, no, you do.
Yeah. Yep.
I know we were in line at Target and there was a man behind us and he said something. I don't know if he was talking to you or what, but you turned around and you were just like, you struck up like a mini conversation. I just laughed. I'm like, you have no problem. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, maybe it's just me. I wouldn't have turned around. Like, I'm like, he's not talking to me. So
yeah, because he had something that was interesting. He had, what was it?
It was like this little sparkling fizzy something.
It was like it was like water, but it was like not sparkling water, but it was called something different, but it looked like sparkling. I don't know, but I was very fascinated by it, and I wanted to ask what it was. But I think then he turned around, was talking to somebody behind, and so then I was just like, okay, But yes, I'm very friendly.
Would you date a man with kids? No. No. That is a no. No. I want to be the first one to give the person I'm with, like, a child. I don't want them to already have one. No. That's out.
Denisha Bissar's I'm super shy. And my mom
At least
is
right
super
now.
outgoing.
If I'm still in my 30s, well, not still, I'm not even in my 30s, but if it's like right now being 26, I feel like I can hold out for a man who does not have kids. That's not on the agenda right now. But if I'm older, obviously it's more likely that they're gonna have kids. So that might be something I might have to be open to if I'm mid-30s. But no, not at the moment.
But see, I'm seeing that everyone's saying their mom is like that. Their mom is like me. Maybe because like we lived life and nothing too much intimidates. I think when you're younger, I don't think I was always like this. I think I was very much an introvert, and I always tell you guys at times I still am.
I can't.
But I think when you get older, you're just more comfortable in who you are. So not a thing intimidates me. I'm not, I've lived life now, so it's just talking to somebody. And people are just people. As you get older, you just know that people are people. Nobody intimidates me, and nobody should intimidate you.
No, I'm shy. I kind of get like a stutter in my voice. Like, I don't know, I'm shy. So like they kind of have to be a little bit more aggressive in a certain area because like I do get shy, and awkward. Someone said, do I know how to flirt? I'm not sure. It's been so long since I flirted. I don't remember if I know how to flirt. I have no idea. What does that look like? Is it like winking? Do you wink?
No.
No winking? Okay.
Not that obvious.
Jan says you have to throw corn at your chicken.
Right? It's kind of like reel them in little by little. But you just always find that common ground. Just find something. Just make conversation. I mean, if you're both standing at the target line, just... And it's
has been fun. You guys because this topic really is hard for me because like
that night that we were at Target, it was like really late. That is conversation right there. It's like, oh my gosh, like I would turn around like I never come to Target this late. Do you ever come? Like who goes to Target at 10:30 at night? I would start making a conversation strictly for the fact that we're in Target 10:30 at night. And it's like, no, I never come here either. I'm like, oh, what made you come here tonight at 10:30? Is that weird? Like we're two weirdos here together. That's how you start making conversation with people. Okay, you see that if they're talkative or if they don't want to be bothered, okay, don't be bothered then. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Okay, that will be bothered. So you just find a common ground. Maybe we'll have a dating 101 tomorrow. I'll just go out and just sit at a park bench and start directing you. Okay. Make conversation over there, okay?
You're like, okay, see that guy over there? Okay, walk up and strike up a conversation. Sometimes all you have to do is say good morning.
Exactly, that's simple. Yeah.
Please vlog that, Lori. Tell you, all you gotta do is go to the gym, ask the gym guy if he likes bread. That'll get the ball rolling. I know it probably would just take one sentence, one just to break the ice, but nobody's breaking it at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So the SC Pizza, I'm 43. I'm not interested in a man with small kids. They have to be grown. Do you have kids yourself?
Let's practice right now. Smile at him. But that's so awkward. If I'm on the mat like stretching and he's lifting weights and we make eye contact and all of a sudden I just grin, like.
Yeah, kind of, and then grin with the intention of like he's gonna get the idea that you're gonna start coming over and make a conversation. Yeah. Like, I mean, the time that we were at the gym and I was on that machine and the one where you kind of like not lay back, but you kind of like sit up and you're doing like the leg pushes, and there was a guy there that was before me, and I didn't know that, and so I guess he was taking a break, and the machine was empty, and I just kind of like slid right in, and then so I'm standing there, I'm like, oh my gosh, were you here? I'm like, oh, we can share it, and I just laughed, whether he wanted to share it or not, we were gonna be sharing it. Okay, so then we started taking turns. He got in next, and I'm like, oh wow, how much weight are you pushing? And I'm like, I used to be able to do, like, make conversation. Everything you can make a conversation with. Yeah, I think everything you can make a conversation with, no matter what the environment that you're in.
Girl, I wish I was like you. Girl, I want to be like you when I grow up.
Girl, you have first-hand experience here watching. Watch and learn.
Hey, Tina Billingsley.
You know what? And your women shouldn't really have to, but I think at my age, seriously not bothered, because I am way too old to be shy and intimidated. You know, I look like I don't have 2 grains of sense, like I've lived life. You know, men basically, I don't want to say they're my equals because I'm very conservative in that way. They're not my equals. I don't want them to be my equals. I truly do not want that. I want someone like for a safety net and someone to take care of me, not necessarily financially, but just I want them to know like they are in charge. Like that's what I would want. But 51 years old and I'm intimidated to talk to somebody? No. I'd be ashamed of myself. I'd be ashamed that I wasn't ashamed.
I don't believe LoriAnne has ever been shy and intimidated.
Oh, I was. No, really, I was. Yeah, definitely. At your age, definitely. I said a few weeks ago that you don't live, you don't grow until you have children. And then when you start going to schools and defending your children, you find your voice. I didn't have a voice until I had kids. And when I had to start speaking, be your voice, then helped me find my voice because my voice was your voice, and I found my voice defending you. You always find your voice for somebody else. You know, don't you find yourself defending other people better, more so sometimes than I defend myself? I can always fight somebody else's fight, but I find it difficult because I feel like I have this sense of entitlement when I'm trying to defend myself, but I definitely can fight for you. And so I just think you just find your voice when you become a parent. Or when you're in a position of leadership, whether it's a job or something, you're going to grow somehow, some way. My path to growing was having children. Other people that went into the work world, they started rising up in their jobs, or not just the fact that you're around people. Like I even see that with Spencer, you know, he's lived life now. He's gone, he's been in the military, he's had to adjust. Now he's on a job. He's doing things like I never thought his personality would do. Like he's going out to lunch with the people at his job. I'm like, that's so cool. Like you, Spencer, going out to lunch with people? You know, you have to come away from them childish things that the Bible tells us, okay? And when you become a man, you act like a man, okay? And so now he's doing that, all right? He's like, he used to be, as I would say, like a picky eater. Well, he's a 27-year-old grown man. Like, what do you look like at being a picky eater? You know, that's crazy. So now he's like, you know, you step into your maturity, into your adulthood. And you don't do that unless you get out and expose yourself to those things. So YouTube, yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword. Because it is
moral of the story.
The moral of the story, yeah. So it
double-edged
definitely is stunting, I think, for you. And it's probably easy to stunt you because you haven't found your voice yet, and YouTube wouldn't like stunt me because I've lived life. So I'm here in the house. I want to be in the house, but when I go, I definitely know how to have conversations, whereas you probably would have to be on a job site and meet people, and you'd be familiar with people, and then that would help you grow. But being here, going out to stores and stuff, you still have to find your way.
And people are saying I should say something. I should say good morning. I should say hi.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it just for you guys to see what happens. Okay, guys, for the gym guy, I said hi, and he said hi. How are you? Like we had a conversation. It happened. But then if it goes south, I'm just gonna have to switch gyms. That's it, or go at night. No more in the morning.
And I'm so self-deprecating and just probably bold. So I would say, now don't think I'm crazy. I'd say, I'm saying hi because I'm a YouTuber and I have a YouTube channel. And I discussed this on Friday night. And I said that there was a guy at the gym and they told me to say hi to you. So I'm saying hi to you.
That is so you.
That is so me.
You would say that.
Like, what's he going to say? He either laugh or think I'm a nut. And I'm like, I know you think I'm crazy,
right?
But that's okay.
But
Then I just turn my back and start walking on the treadmill.
He could totally think you were like crazy.
It's the pink elephant in the room. He's gonna look at you like you're crazy. So then you call yourself out before he can think that. Say, I know you think I'm crazy, but really, it's kind of like a scientific test. I'm doing this because I've been put up to not so much that you're a challenge, but I'm a YouTuber, and I was saying that it's very hard to meet people. So here you are, and an eligible. I would think, are you eligible? I don't know. You can't tell these days if people have rings or not. I don't know if you're eligible or not. You just call a thing, and you're not intimidated. But I think that takes maturity. Do you guys not agree that I always say 20 can't be 40 and 40 can't be 60? This is 50 years of living that you get this kind of confidence. I wouldn't have done it in my 20s at all.
Because, like, we do not know each other. So I'm going to say, oh, I mentioned you to my YouTubers, and they told me to speak to you.
Barbie Level said, no, TaylorAnne, don't say that. Just say hi. And if you lessen the impact, then they just say hi back. You got to pull people out. You have to allow them
if
to
it
talk.
turned into something, it would be a fun story.
Yeah.
It would be a fun story. Girl, we're going to the gym tomorrow morning.
Okay.
To find the guy.
All right.
But I already know myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, there he is. Like, girl, I wouldn't be able to do it.
your face would be as pink as
It
my
would be
ice
as
cup.
pink as your ice cup,
Mhm.
as red as your headband. Like, oh my gosh. He may be staring because he's a fan.
So what are you
Probably
guys?
not.
What are you guys that are all saying? Just say hi. Then what? If he says, "Hey, what's up?" Then what? Now what? So do y'all have all the answers of just say hi? Now what do you do when you
Would
say
you guys
hi?
just say hi? Are y'all just saying hi to folks?
And then I would
Pass him a note. Someone did that to me. I thought it was cute at work. The white guy went out, but that's actually how we went out because he wrote his number and name on a napkin and something, and like he passed it over the counter to me. And that's how we went out. I thought it was funny. He wrote me a little napkin note.
show him how to do squats. Okay.
How long have you been coming to the club?
Yes, it is a lock sock. Jazzer.
I like what Jessie Ann
Lack
said
45.
though. She said, don't act like that, like stereotypical, like gym, like damsel in distress. Like they act like women in the gym don't know what they're doing, like asking for help. Like I don't want to be that person. Like, can you show me how to lift?
No,
or
that's
show me how to do something. Like no, I don't need him to show me anything.
That's so cliche kind
Yeah,
of thing. That I mean, they just sit around expecting that kind of desperateness. You got to be unique.
Yeah.
You got to be different. You got to set yourself aside from the masses.
Pondex says you're cute. Are you single? Just go for the gusto.
Go for the gusto.
Waste no time. LoriAnne, is that a lock sock you're wearing?
Yes, it is. It is a lock sock. It's the red one. Because, guys, if y'all weren't here for the beginning of the show, I said I was testing a product to see if it compared so we can have some products to compare for our next, if we had to choose. And fabulous wash and go. And then I got adventurous, and just like maybe about a half hour before we were going to go on, I started doing extra stuff, putting in products, and then it just frizzed up, and it was like perfectly defined. You'd never know it now. You would never know it. It was perfectly defined, but then it just started, you're like, what happened? I started grabbing the botanicals and spread. It was too far gone. So I had to just slap on the lock sock.
Pondex, I wish everybody up in here loving good hair. See, when I get married one day, the MADCURLS fam are so invested. I'm
Right?
sure they'll be following me through my relationship journeys until I find a big nose husband. Like, we'll have to invite everybody to the wedding. It's going to be a gigantic wedding.
Yes, and you have to warn him up front that he's going to be identified as the big nose husband.
The big
And
nose boyfriend, big nose fiance,
no disrespect.
big
It's
nose
just
husband.
a thing that's been going on for years. It's just like one of our little kind of fun things that we do on the channel.
He
Everybody has
automatically
one.
has a big nose, whether he has a big nose or not.
And the test is if you can handle like the comedy of that. Most people can't.
No.
Hopefully you can.
You better live stream the wedding.
Thank you. It looks versatile. It is. And normally, if my hair wasn't so busted, how late are we? I don't know if I can afford to look this busted this early.
Girl,
I would,
take it off.
I would like snatch it off and show you guys.
Girl, you gotta show him, girl, because your hair looks so cute earlier.
I don't
and
think it will now.
You didn't tell him what you did to it.
I just told them what I did.
What'd you do?
I said that I was testing out the product, and I said that, and then I did extra, just before we got on, and, and I did too much. I was putting in extra product, extra butters and everything, and fluffing my hair because it was completely defined, very nicely, tightly defined. And normally I'll sometimes just come down and put like the blow dryer to it and pull out like the nozzle and just kind of like stretch it a little bit and the curls stay intact. But today I started spraying stuff in, and I frizzed it completely. And all right, y'all, here we go. There's just really no pulling it down, no pulling it up. All right, I was not going to sit up here for 2 hours, 3 hours looking
Girl, I wish I
crazy.
could see. You gotta lean forward, girl.
All right.
It's all frizz, guys. This whole
See?
thing is a
And it was
puff.
cute. You could see like it had potential.
It was completely
It
defined
was
and
very
shiny.
cute.
I snatched it like a wig.
See, like it's just all frizz here. But earlier it was very, very, very
Pondex
defined.
said, "Woohoo, you look good, baby." Oh my gosh, it's like a little puff right back here.
Right, you guys want to see the puff in the back?
So she used the Carol's Daughter cocoa cream as a one and done, and it looks so good. And then
We have
she
a video
and
on
then she
it.
disappeared, and she added more. I think you were trying to scrunch it out or scrunch out the crunchy. Like I don't know what you were doing, but you added more product, and then you took the diffuser and was trying to stretch it, and
Yeah.
I don't know what you did.
And so, but that, yeah, it feels better. Yeah, I love the lock socks. I've been wearing them for years, having every color. And so tonight I just figured, okay, this is not like matched perfectly. Oh my gosh, it really does.
I told you you should have
So-
rocked it out. People are saying it looks good, girl.
The hair? Oh, really? Nice?
Why, LoriAnne? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
She ruined a perfectly good wash day.
I don't know.
It's wash
and
day.
like I know it's wash day, Giovanni. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. And so then I started like get desperate. So then I started getting a pick. I think I have
You
one
look
here.
like I'm every woman Whitney.
Right?
Oh, you guys are on a roll tonight.
Oh
I'm
my
crying.
gosh. There was like no stretching it. See, the more I pick it, it's just really turning into a little fro here now. And
That's why I said pick it, just completely pick it out. I'm like, it's gone now. Completely pick it out. I said, put some big earrings on. I said, and rock it, you'll be fine.
well, I put the big earrings on.
You did.
And now I'm picking it out in front of all y'all. So when it goes south.
Emily Grace, yeah, I'm growing my natural color out. So I will be darker probably within the next 6-7 months.
And it's hard to kind of like do things when your hair is shorter, but you have to embrace each stage of your natural hair. So I think when it was bigger, I definitely embraced it more. Because like last summer it was like huge, and I would have cared if it was this frizzy when it was bigger. But I don't know. I feel like it should be more.
We
defined.
have a video on the Carol's Daughter Cocoa Cream. The people were asking, does it compare to melanin? So like you wanted to retest it again, and it did.
Yes.
It looked good all day until maybe an hour before we were supposed to come on live, and I'm just like, what did you do?
Yeah.
I added product, I stretched it, I blow dried it. I'm just like, wow.
Because a lot of people were asking, and then in my own mind, I was thinking that they felt kind of similar, and so I wanted to test it today.
Goes with your rock and roll shirt.
Because I loved the, I love the melanin line the other day.
The shape is gone and everything.
It is, guys. Look at.
So I'm kind of glad y'all have bad experiences too. Absolutely. Girl, it's just a puff.
I know.
You little puff ball.
There's like no definition. You always say,
it's just
do we have bad hair days? Well, it wasn't bad the whole day though.
It wasn't. It had so much potential. You said you were going to scrunch out the crunch. I'm like, good, I'll see you in a minute. And you came back and you look like this.
Yeah, and then I started with the blow dryer, so there's like
do?
different lengths. So then I stretched out the curls. The heat stretched it out too much in the front.
I don't know what this is. And I keep telling you, stop stretching your back because it's so short. The only thing it's going to do is puff. And you keep not listening. And so the back is a puff.
You know, I'm going to embrace it. I think it's cute.
It is cute, girl.
But yeah, so when all else fails, you could always use a lock sock. And so I've been using them for years, but I like the newest ones because they have like the little logo there. It says lock.
Yeah.
See right there? It says lock sock right there.
it's completely frizzy, but it's cute. I mean, it's natural hair.
It's natural hair.
It is natural hair.
Cute. Like my hair now.
It's cute, it's cute. I need to deep condition. Yeah, so we are doing Treatment Tuesday this week because I said we didn't do it last week. And I did, well, actually, I did deep condition. It just doesn't feel like it. I'm like, Treatment Tuesday keeps me on schedule for like deep conditioning with heat. And
yeah, but then we said we did do it because
I did the LUS.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like it. I feel like it's been a while since I deep conditioned my hair.
Yeah, I've gotta do that.
You get the lock socks from Sock.
Yeah, so sock, SOCLOC.com. And they come in 3, I think 4 different sizes
Leah
now.
Butler, she's hard-headed, girl.
All right, so they come in, all right, so this would be the 12-inch one. All right, then they come in, I think, in 16-inch, right, Ari? I don't know. Ari gets them too. Ari told me one night doing it, and then Ari started getting them. Then they come out at 24-inch, and now I even think I saw 36-inch if you have like really long hair or really long dreads. So this has always been good for me, and gazillion colors. I think I have all the colors that they like have. They're constantly making new colors. So I have camouflage, I have black, I have white, I have a sand, I have coral, pink, red, wine, navy. They just come and they're just very beautiful, vibrant colors.
Emily Grace, we're uploading on Sunday. We're uploading a vlog. So you guys are coming with us to a restaurant. And so we just kind of talk in the car while we're driving. And we set you guys up in the restaurant with us. And we're just talking in the restaurant. You know, MADCURLS business lunch. Actually, it's a business dinner.
Yeah, we'll see how the vlogs do because we used to vlog a lot. We started, I think, the channel kind of sort of vlogging a lot, right?
We vlogged a lot.
And they hardly got any views. And so then we kind of like stopped doing that. We were doing vlogging alongside doing tutorials, and we just saw the tutorials were kind of like just skyrocketing, and no one was really bothered with our vlogs. So then we kind of like stopped, even though there is a core sector that always says, when are you guys gonna vlog? When are you guys gonna vlog? So the other day we felt like a script, almost like, do we have to like say? And I'm like, no. I said I enjoy watching people living life, and so I would watch people's vlogs I really admired and liked, just seeing them doing nothing, you know. And so I said, let's just set the camera up and let them get a taste of Connecticut, because people are living in different countries, different states. And I said, this is dreary. It was like, I think like around 5 o'clock at night. It was rush hour traffic, kind of, sort of. We were on the way to the mall. Snow was on the ground, a few little sparse trees. And we just started talking about like Connecticut and our lives and what we were going to the mall for. And it's just like a nothing exciting vlog, but it's just our daily life.
And then we have other videos coming up this week. We are thinking about doing another this or that, because you guys like the first one, so we were like, let's do another this or that if we had to choose. And obviously some wash days.
Said, would it be a bad idea to leave Afrotastic in overnight? I have in the past. It depends on maybe, again, just touching on it very slightly, the porosity of your hair, because we learned that you can get, is it hydro fatigue?
Yeah.
So sometimes if you kind of leave over moisturized products on your hair, I know Joe, the man that cuts my hair, wants me to dry my hair like as soon as it's wet, like start like putting styling products in and then drying it. Do not let it sit wet for long, because it's just not a good thing for hair. And who would have known? Like, I did it for years, always keeping my hair wet.
Jazzerlate, the Meech has knocked everything out of the water. The Meech is my number one right now. The Meech Indulge Deep Conditioner is my number one. It's my number one over Aussie. It's my number one over Shea Moisture. The Manuka Honey and Referral Oil. It's just my number one. I just love that deep conditioner so much. It's so good.
So for you guys that watch if you had to choose, did you like the way we did it? That we each gave our own opinion. And then, like you see, it's not always going to be the same. So maybe Meech conditioner lined up with another brand, Meech might win, but then maybe something else. So just because it wins for one category doesn't necessarily mean that if it's compared to something else, another question might come in and say, what about Meech against this? Okay, maybe this might be better, even though right now you're saying that.
I liked how we did it, and how sometimes only you answer, sometimes only I answer, because like I know, like one of the questions coming up is Meech versus Soultanicals Afrotastic. I saw that, and it's like, for that one, I'm more biased to Meech because I've used Meech more. Like, I really can't speak on Afrotastic because I didn't really use it. So you use both, I've used both. So like questions like that, like, you know, I like when we can like honestly answer them, because like we really have both like delved into the product.
Right. And yeah, no sense in like just kind of like skewing the results. If I really didn't use something, then I wasn't going to speak on it.
Yeah.
Since the video, I have used Meech, the moisturizing conditioner. Before that, I only used the protein one. So now I have a point of reference to think back to. But I was curious about the the melanin and the Carol's Daughter. And again, as I say, you guys get a little extra tea when you come here on Friday nights. I say that there's a lot that goes into it. First, we kind of like boxed ourselves in, and we said we would do it strictly on performance. But I said there's more to decision making than just performance. And I said that to compare Carol's Daughter and melanin, why are you buying melanin? Is it for your loyalty to Naturally 85 because you guys respect what she's done? That throws it out the water at that point. Everybody would be grabbing it. If you wanted to like do it on performance, depending on the type hair, like type 3, I love Carol's Daughter, and I felt y'all would never know it now to see it. Is it better than melanin? I think for the convenience of just being able to pull it off the shelf, probably. And for our hair, I felt like melanin, I had to really work that into my hair because it was a very heavy product, and I didn't mind doing it. But if you want to just like grab something and not have to really kind of measure out how much you need, how much water, you know, that it was a lot of work. I got a fabulous result from it, and then I even got a better one the next day when I put a gel over it. So I loved it, but
it took work.
Whereas Carol's Daughter, just grab it and put it in, and success. So, but again, you have to think, is it because the excitement of Naturally 85, she got her own line, and you're supporting another YouTuber, okay? You're supporting, and so that is a viable answer to choose that. That one would eke out Carol's Daughter because everybody's very much respecting what she's done. So that would put an edge to the question, melanin or this. It depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it for strictly performance and you want something quick and get it at the store, it's right there. But if you're doing it out of respect for what she's done and supporting a brand, supporting another YouTuber, then yeah, hands down, absolutely. And again, for what you're doing, I think it's really geared, though we finally did the wash and goes, which a lot of people appreciated because there weren't very many, if any, videos on wash and goes. And so a lot of people appreciated the wash and go aspect of it. But I think it is a fabulous butter for the twist outs, what it was designed for.
The twist outs and braid outs. We
Yeah.
twist outs and braid outs.
Yeah. And you guys
Sarah,
know that we don't do that.
Yeah, Sarah said, would it be okay if I left the Afro-tastic in overnight?
I think I
yeah,
said,
you leave stuff in overnight, but it's not something we would recommend.
Not
I mean,
anymore.
not anymore.
Yeah,
but
now that
I
we
mean,
know better. We do better now.
Yeah, I mean, if you did
Yeah.
it like one time, like okay, like I don't think
Mhm.
it's gonna like kill your hair, but like we don't recommend leaving stuff in longer than they say to at this
Though
point.
directions still, if you turn over certain bottles, certain brands, they will say put it in and leave it on overnight. Or like the one I did last week, the Main Choice, that prickly pear. Put it in, leave it on overnight. So my hair definitely was damp, but definitely itchy. It's that dampness, I think, that's causing a problem this winter. Oh my gosh, drove me crazy the next morning. I couldn't wait to get it out. Yes.
I love the Jessie Curl Deep Conditioner. That's a good
I
one.
never tried. I'm gonna try that. No protein coconut or glycerin in it. Oh, you can leave it in. Okay.
Melt into moisture can also be left overnight.
Moisture. Oh, Diva. Okay. No, for years. I mean, sometimes people
I didn't
will
like
say,
the melt into moisture leaving it overnight, but I do want to try it again with heat. I'm thinking maybe I might like
Okay.
it better with some heat.
yeah, and then Curl Rehab by Curl Junkie. I always left it in overnight, and I was leaving it in even before I know that the instructions were if your hair is very dry, you can either do it as a leave-in if you don't need that much moisture, or if you need more moisture, do it as a leave-in, or you could do a rinse out. I was always kind of like rinsing it out, and then I realized that you could kind of like do it as a leave-in. So I always left that in my hair. Oh, does a Carol's Daughter cocoa cream have glycerin in it? Yeah, because last summer, yeah, it didn't make that list that we were doing gluten-free products.
The what?
Carol's Daughter, what I have in my hair.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we stayed away from that anyway, only because of the texture. It was so heavy. I felt that wasn't kind of like a summer product to me. Like to me, like
Hi, Arlene.
like CURLMIX products are definitely like summer product. It's just lightweight and it gives you great definition. It's not weighing your hair down. But we kind of like got away from Cream of Nature, that coconut line, and just kind of like heavy creams and butters. It's just a lot of product for our hair.
A lot of creams and butters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had that Casilda. I had it in my hair last week. That's what I just was talking about. And I brought down the whole collection last week to show you guys what I had. I had the leave-in mask that you put in. I had the spray, the scalp spray. I had the foaming, next day foaming wash to take that mask out of my hair. And oh, then they had the leave-in.
Hi, Tosh Love.
Mm-hmm. Hello, ladies. It was at Just Rhonda Michelle. I'll get busy at the roots. Okay, so like I go to bed with, say, if I did go to bed with my hair wet, it wouldn't be like a style. Like the next day, I would want to like move forward with the style. It strictly would be like for a deep conditioning aspect of it. But I've never gone to sleep with my hair wet in hopes of waking up the next morning and ready to go, because my hair would be so frizzy and matted. I have dense hair. I have dense hair. Okay, fine strands. What products should I use? I wouldn't consider my hair fine strands, would you?
No.
Okay, I think my hair is very dense. I always say it's dense. But fine strands?
Oh, snap.
Oh.
JR Quific. Jericuification? I accidentally fell asleep with a protein mask on last night and my hair was dry this morning. That's why I sent my hair to protein overload. Leaving a protein mask on too long. That's like the worst thing you can do.
Anybody have any suggestions for Deborah James with dense hair and fine strands or products she should use? As far as washes or stylers, gels, what are you looking for?
Girlfriend, I agree. Yeah, I can't sleep. Like some people, sorry. Some people do their hair at night and like sleep with wet hair and wake up. Like my wash and go would be so squished. It would be so squished if I did it at night and
So,
let it lay there.
Kamani Nicholson writes it, does anyone else find that their hair doesn't define well with creams? It depends on how thick the cream is. Sometimes it can like pull out the definition. If your hair has a natural tendency to curl, which mine does, it will just kind of like coil back up. So it can't like pull out permanently. As it dries, I think it'll kind of like go back into its shape. But if you don't and you need another product to help kind of like define, like definite products that add more definition, then maybe that would be a problem. A heavy cream would definitely pull it out, and then just keep it straight. And then you have kind of like uneven textures looking kind of like transitioning hair, I think.
Light products and lotions is good for fine hair. Heavy butters will weigh it down. Honey Handmaids had their Melba's Kitchen collection on sale this week. Yeah, they did. I believe they're sold out now. I thought I saw that they were sold out. Seemed like a good deal. I think it was 10 products for $60 or something.
Ms. Danny H23, have you guys ever talked about hard water buildup and its effects on hair? We've mentioned it from time to time because we definitely have hard water in this house. And we didn't realize it until we go and stay at hotels or maybe a relative's house and they have like city water, but we have like that hard well water, so hard like it rust, you know, everything's like all rusty because of that hard water. So I could just imagine. And then I learned about this, is it chelating? Am I saying it right? Chelating, C-H-E-L-A-T-I-N-G, chelating shampoo that pulls out that kind of hard water. I was so like obsessed with it at one point. I used to get bottled water, like Poland Springs of all things, okay? Or even like store brand, and I was pouring gallons on my head so that I would shampoo my hair, and then I didn't want the house water to touch my hair because I got obsessed with it at one point. I felt like that was causing my hair loss and my breakage before I knew that it was like the medicine I was taking at that point. So I was trying everything. But I think it definitely makes a difference. I know when I stay in a hotel, my hair is a lot better. But I'm used to it now because I've been here forever and I've been natural here forever. So I don't think I would have known a point of reference unless I stayed in a hotel and realized that, oh, wow, my hair looks good here. And then I started kind of like wondering why. And then I realized that we have hot water and hard water, and it's awful for my hair. But it's not the end of the world. You know, I deal with it. But I think it definitely makes a difference. And if you can get a shampoo, a chelating shampoo it's called, and I think Weedad makes one. And what other brands make them? I know Weedad's not the only one. It's the only one that I knew of at the time. But there was a new one recently by a brand.
Shower head filters.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't afford that. I started pricing those things. Yeah, Mixed Chicks leave-in. I remember Mixed Chicks leave-in. We have that. I have a great big pump size, like the $49 size container. And I don't know when I made that purchase, but maybe I didn't realize I was going to be on this channel product testing as much as I did. So I think when I big chopped and then I started kind of like getting used to it, coming to my own, I started trying to go back to the products I used like 10 years ago when I first transitioned and all the things that were successful. So when I saw that in the beauty supply store, just before I got on the channel, or kind of like the two things kind of like coincided. I got on the channel and then I started like kind of like enjoying my hair. So I went and bought a great big pump size of this Mixed Chicks, still closed. That's another thing we got to see if that's gone back, because that's been as long as I've been on this channel. and I never opened it because I had just a little square bottle that they sell at Target for $19.99. But no, that wasn't good enough. I had to go get the great big pump one, and little did I know we'd be reviewing products, and I would never use it.
Yep, so we have all these huge jars of mixed drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We put it in the fridge.
Yeah, I'm starting to shelf in the fridge of my Botanicals things because I know you guys said one time the molasses one to put in there, which is in there now, but there's a lot of other ones that probably need to go in there. Oh, okay, a shower head with a filter, Carl Thomas, like you said. You just found out that you had hard water. Did you just move, Melanie? Or did you just not pay attention until you are working on your natural hair journey?
Let me see. Jasmine Black, hello from Hawaii. Shayna Parrish is in the room. Hey.
Oh, hey. Hawaii.
Girl, we're gonna be wrapping this up soon, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you a warning.
Okay. This is joining in. Okay, I got the warning, guys.
Got the warning. Fading fast over here.
Shampoos. A few companies add the ingredients to shampoos and conditioners. What ingredients?
Which says like, yes, I'm sleepy too. I know we're all the sleepy people. Hands up.
Barbarella Shields. Okay. I found out I can't really use gentle shampoos like Shea Moisture because of my hard water. It built up super fast on my scalp, but my hair was soft. So what do you use instead, Miss Daniel H23? Can't use gentle shampoos because I didn't make that distinction yet. I didn't know. I just kind of like lived with it and would grab any shampoo.
Ooh, Ebony, toothaches are the worst.
Yeah. Matt Johnson has a hand. And my pearls puff up.
Wait, why are we
And
putting
then frizz?
stuff in the refrigerator?
Because they're natural products and we don't use them fast enough because we're always testing things. So I have all these expensive Botanicals products that are natural, and I don't
We
want
need to
them
get a
go
mini
bad.
fridge. Nobody's gonna get a
That's
mini
what I
fridge?
said. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I not
Yeah.
hear you? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, because we have things.
Doris, yes, I am eating to stay awake. I just tried to eat a granola bar to stay awake.
How did you highlight in orange? Who highlighted in orange?
We have too many products.
Yeah, I think there's some pains that are just kind of unbearable, and I would have to agree, toothache pain is no joke.
Jasmine, we reviewed the Carol's Daughter, the Cocoa Cream Styler. If you type in MADCURLS Carol's Daughter, like, it should come up. But we did not review the shampoo, conditioner, or mask in that line.
Right. Yeah, this is what's in my hair tonight. So, but I saw it in Target, and I'm like, I really liked that. That one and done was fabulous. And today I thought it came out just as good, but this is my own fault, this frizz right now.
Chapstick.
Because before we came on, I was doing extra as only I can. I was applying products and blow drying and doing all kinds of things, putting wet things on fully defined hair and scrunching and frizzing at the same time.
Good night, Dolores Schuyler.
Is it a new line by Carol's Daughter? Because we had it last year. And we rewatched the video.
It's considered the newest line. Because it's the
No,
it's the last one in.
I don't think it's the last one in. I think there was a few other ones in.
No, I think it was the last one in.
Okay.
I mean, there is the Green Supreme. I don't know if that came before or after.
I don't know. They're always lining the shelves with something. It's overwhelming.
It is. Shea Moisture and Carol's Daughter, I think, take up the most in Target space.
That was kind of like an impulse shop, and I'm so glad that we did that cocoa cream. I love that. And
that was
but it's like I never cared for the vanilla. That blackberry. That
black vanilla.
yeah, too sweet. That one. And then it just came up with a whole lot of elixirs and creams and mimosa butters and just margaritas, cream. Like I was so overwhelmed and I was relaxed at the time, and I just was so excited that a Black woman had made all these products for Black people. So I was going to Sephora and just like getting it all and slapping it in my relaxed hair. My hair was frizzing at the roots and stuff because it's relaxed, and you're putting in kind of like these moisture products. At the time, I had no idea what natural hair was. I was just taking my straightened hair and slapping all this mimosa. Oh, and there was one. It was this oil that just, oh, it was just way too oily. I don't even think they make it anymore. But I didn't know. But then the line kind of like expanded. I never cared for that kind of like the more of like the gourmet line, like that Manoy, whatever. It's a little bit more pricey, and I don't know why it was. I never cared for that. Does anybody ever get that and cared for it? Yes, JR Quification. I don't know. You guys ever use mousse? Yeah, we started a series last summer, and I think we tested. I love mousse. 3 or 4 mousses. There we go again. Mousses, meese. Okay, animal with antlers. But yes, I love mousse. And when the Alikay line just came out, the lemongrass one, that's what I gravitated towards, the mousse. So I love mousse. You not so much, right?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of mousse.
From OGX Locking Coconut Curls Mousse. Oh, okay. OGX has a mousse. Okay. Yeah, not everybody can do a mousse. So that's good.
Girl.
You ready?
Yes.
You know what? I love Design Essentials mousse too. I love that. I have a video on that one. Okay. All right.
We're starting the goodnight roll call.
Okay.
Right
or else I'll be fired by Monday.
I gave you an extra half hour.
Okay.
Because typically we click out at 10:30.
I'm the chatty one. All right.
You
So
are the chatty
I've
one.
had my.
I give my all
orders.
between 8 and 10:30.
Yeah.
And then after that, I start going downhill.
Mm-hmm. My marching orders have been given.
All right, guys. Here's how this goes. You say goodnight. We say goodnight. You hit thumbs up and you click out.
And then I get a little
That's how it
responsibility.
goes. And it's begun.
I get to push the off button.
Good night, Barbarella. Good night, Jessie Ann, Felicia, FH Nurse Mom. Good night, Naturally Coilista, Gail Friend, Pond Deck, Project Smile at the Gym Guy. Okay. Losing them. Okay.
Okay. Darius Cordero, me please. Night night girls. Okay.
Shayna Parrish, Ebony Randall, Exo Chil.
Or she told us how to pronounce that. We can't leave until you know how to pronounce it.
How do you pronounce it? Girl, I must have been zoned out. How do you pronounce it, girl?
She told us last week.
She did?
Uh-huh.
The Exo?
I forget, but I know
Exo
that.
Chill?
I know she told us how to pronounce that.
The Exo Chill?
So now we'll just sit and wait.
Girl.
So you can remember.
Girl, I don't remember, girl.
Okay.
Girl. Kaimani. Shinda 206. Naturally Coilista.
It's not Shinda. It's Shida or Shida.
Girl.
206.
Girl, please leave me alone. I can't. I'm tired.
Okay.
Emily Grace, Della Streak, Casey Baker, Cat, Queen Sheba.
Okay, don't like name it like a roll call. Like everybody should get their own their own.
Mom, you
personal
call out the
good
names.
night.
I'm done. I'm done.
You have to
I'm
act
done.
like you
I'm
mean
done.
it.
I'm done.
Handle everybody's name with care. Okay.
I'm done.
Cat, good night. Okay. Night night. Queen Sheba.
Oh, it's Sochi. Sochi?
Yes.
Sochi.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna remember that next week. So that's always gonna hold us up and make the
Wait,
show go
so
longer.
is that like your first name? Sochi? Sochi Penna?
Okay.
She's almost crying. Go to sleep. I know, because she keeps playing.
All right, Melanie McKenzie, Pamela Fitzpatrick, good night. Denisha Bessard, good night. Carla Thomas, good night.
Thanks for coming.
Candace Bridges, good night. Melanie Chevis.
Yes, it means flower. Oh, that's so cool.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, or you wave, and I just name the
Okay,
names.
okay.
Sean Michelle, good night. Jasmine Black, good night. Larissa, is it Magisha? All right, good night, girls. I'm so sleepy. It's almost 3 a.m. in England.
Oh my
Love
gosh,
you,
girl, you're keeping the people up.
England. Okay, all right, okay.
Girl.
All right, Selena for life, good night. All right, Ari Brown, okay. Bye, MADCURLS fam, good night. is it Cheetah, Shida, 206, good night. Leslie LeBron, good night. Happy St. Patty's Day. If anyone in the room celebrates. I guess I can't ask a question who celebrates because I'm not allowed to talk.
Girl, you should have thought of that earlier.
I know.
Of course I celebrate because I'm half Irish.
Yeah, that's what she tell people when she was in 4th grade. She was half Irish. Poor little thing. Okay. All right. CK King, good night. MADCURLS fam. Chloe Anna Brady, good night, ladies. Is it Tiana Grace, good night. All right. Genesis Ferreras, plant-based foodie, good night. Leslie LeBron, okay, she's in the lineup again. 1922, Misty Blue. Jazzerlette 45, good night, everyone. Tina McCleary.
People wave like this
Rodriguez, like what? Like this?
Like this.
Babies do when they first start waving. Okay. Can anybody just like, as you're exiting, just put like little 4-leaf clovers I could see who celebrates? So Taylor has her people
or
here.
Or they could hit that like button.
Yeah.
As they're hitting that X button.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right, where are we at? Where did I leave off? We don't forget anybody. All right, so we'll go back to 1922, Misty Blues, because I know I said that. So then we'll Jazzerlette 45, Tina McCleary, Evelina Rodriguez, Casilda Harrison, Pondek. All right, my place just moved. All right, Naturally Coilista. Yes, happy St. Patty's. All right, there we go with that name again. Girl, is it
Sochi?
Sochi, okay.
No, Sochi.
Sochi?
Sochi.
Sochi, okay.
No,
is it
there's
Pena?
no at the end.
Oh, Sochi.
No,
Sochi?
Sochi.
Sochi, okay.
Okay.
Is it Pena? Oh, Sochi. There it is right there.
Girl.
Guys. Sochi, okay. All right. Chrislyn, Bernadette Johnson, Erica Fleming, Ari Brown. Did Ari come back around again? Sarah Fatine, Hardwood Harbor in Cali. Yes, I live there. Darius Cordero, she's almost crying. Go to sleep, Tay. Amy Jackson.
Girl, you're so far up, girl. Move it along, girl.
Okay, there. All right, let me see. All
You're
right,
so
guys,
far
okay.
up.
Is it CK King? All right. Okay, I'm getting nervous. All right. Lee Butler. Okay, this is Brush. Story about putting products in the fridge. Okay, I wish I could tell you, but I'm not allowed to talk anymore. I'm under punishment. I won't have a job next Friday.
Girl.
All right, okay. All right, it's just that if you have products that are natural, like I have a whole bunch of botanicals, and we've been noticing that things are starting to go bad because we're product testers and we don't use things fast enough, and things are getting funny smells, and I don't know, fur and all kinds of, so we're just saying to preserve the products, put them in the refrigerator. And that's what I'm going to start doing. Some things are in there now. Okay, all right. Ina Ade, good night. Lee Butler. Okay, just Rhonda Michelle. Man, I had a question. I'll save it for next week. You could just
God bless you.
Just come back around. Okay. All right, Tiana Grace, Jimbo's Nail Polish, good night. Flower Tress 06. All right. Hit the pause. Sarah Hernandez. Lee Butler. Okay, am I repeating myself?
Girl, go a little bit faster.
Go
a little bit faster.
Melanie Sheffis. Okay. Chrislyn, Sarah Patine. Watch start cleaning up, girl, and then I would be saying my goodbyes because that played hand, that just you must be tired with that. Okay. It's so disingenuous. All right.
Girl, I'm waving.
I know. Okay, you are. You really are. All right. All right. Where did we leave off? The Crowfoot Chic. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to celebrate St. Patty's Day for real this year, according to Ancestry DNA. Okay. Hey. All right.
Girl.
Yes. All right.
Girl, I'm hiring on the channel.
Okay. All right. I
need somebody who's gonna listen.
I know, guys. All right. Oh, look at the cute little the 4-leaf clovers. How cute. All right. Look at all these people celebrating. Is that like the corned beef cabbage? Okay, like corned beef. Like I never understood. It's that little pink meat. My aunt used to make it float in the pot, and I think I said a few weeks ago. Look at, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be eating corned beef. Okay. I'm gonna have to try one of these years. Okay. All right. Shayna Parrish, Sarah Fatine, Chrislyn. Okay. Sheena Marie. Good night, guys. Today we need an update on the gym guide next week. Okay. I'll let y'all know on Facebook. All right. Mimi Fleming. All right. Lee Butler. Ina Ade. Let's see. All these people celebrating St. Patty's Day. All right. Queen Sheba. Dana N.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
coming.
Dana. Okay, did I see your name in there tonight? Yeah, I did. Okay. There's Dana just hanging out there.
Girl, I'm
all right.
on.
I think, all right, why don't you turn it off? I want you to be the bad guy tonight. I don't need like low employment. You always give me that little busted job at the end. Like I have like a little responsibility.
Like your busted hairdo?
Yeah, like my busted hairdo, guys. There it is. See, this is what happens when you come to live. You get to see me in all my raw bustedness. And this is what happens when you spray your hair and you try to refresh and you touch it too soon. Don't let this happen to you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right,
guys. Thank you so much for coming to live.
And we'll see you in our next live. Like a bull. Come charging. All right. All right. Good night, guys.